Ermagerd.
Alright, so as I recall, last
Hang
time
on,
you
Avis,
had...
Avis is not on the board yet.
Oh,
Also, Boasting Ball, we had a short rest. Are you back to full health?
did you spend ye a hit die on your short rest to get you some health back?
Probably not.
Perhaps you ought.
Okay. So how to just
Okay, so when you take a short rest, on your character sheet, there is a section that is, you see where your hit points are, and then underneath that it says like hit dice D8. So like in the middle, yeah. If
Just hit
you
one of that. Just hit
yeah,
that.
if you
hit
click
dice.
that hit die there, it'll roll it. And so like you would get 7 hit points back, which will take you back to full, and then like you're basically out of hit point or hit dice to spend for short rest recovery until
I take a long rest, basically.
until you take a long rest, basically.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and you only get half your total hit die back on a long rest.
Yeah, so like when you long
So
rest
I've
because
only
you're
got
level.
one.
Yeah, when you're
still
long
get one
rest
back.
at level 1, you'll get 1 back, but when you're level 2,
If I had
you'll...
more, then yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. All right, cool. That's fine.
Yeah. And so that's kind of like the part of the loop of like the short rest, long rest economy of like healing.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, everyone has a point of inspiration at this point, which is a thing that's at the top of your character sheet that should be ticked, and you can spend that at any time to declare that you have advantage on a roll. I also allow people to spend it after the fact if they flub really bad and they decide that they really want to try again, because people often forget that they have inspiration, much like I forget to give it out.
I have your further uses pulled up, and I love them, and I'm going to be using them.
Yeah.
The wouldn't it be cool if rule is really calling to me.
Right. Yeah, I've got inspiration, and I really need there to be a chandelier in this room, so now there fucking is.
Cool. I like it.
But yeah, so after the last session, you guys had investigated a temple of Tyr. You had determined that it had been taken over by despoiling interlopers who had murdered the staff and were in the process of committing like a dark and terrible hell ritual, which you put a stop to. You learned that they were apparently servants of the Lord of Dis himself, Dispeter, which you didn't investigate too much further. Not that there was much to really find out, I don't think. And then you went to the trouble to make sure that everybody received something that approximated a proper burial.
Proper burial adjacent.
Yes, like...
We made sure the priest of that place got his fucking proper
The-
burial
the-
rites. The rest
the
of them
priest-
just get kinda like fucking
Yeah.
burnt on a pyre. So yeah.
Yeah, the
that's
priest got their proper burial rites. The other ones were given like a pauper's funeral in a pyre because, like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
You retrieved the stolen blacksmith's goods. You loaded them into the cart. You retrieved the blacksmith and his drunken dwarven apprentice, and then you returned them to the town square, where you reunited with Dara and Goran, and reunited that child with his grandfather, and you saw that sneak thief hanging around again, who got pretty salty when you gave back all of the shit that she had stolen from the people.
Not only her that got salty, just saying. Fuck.
Just saying. And you took a few minutes to like rest your weary bones while the blacksmith and his apprentice got to the business of like distributing like suits of armor and weapons to the villagers that had gathered so that they might be able to better defend themselves against any encroaching creatures. But also, once you guys get on the road as part of this caravan, like having that equipment is going to be helpful if they're beset by bandits.
Yeah. We also got some supplies and shit for that temple as well, right?
Yeah, you got some
pass
food
it all
and
out? I can't remember. Oh.
some food and some drink. Like, it's kind of being like distributed around while you rest, because like I do like a flexible kind of like short rest. I know like mechanically a short rest is generally like an hour, I think. But I kind of look at the short rest being anywhere between like 5 minutes to an hour, depending on what's like narratively necessary.
Well, hang on a sec. We did actually get some loot from there. I don't know if we finished passing it out last time.
Yeah.
So I know Maya took the silvered arrows.
Yep. I think that's all I took.
So we
I
got
think I
one.
got stuff.
You took the quarter staff? Oh, from the pile. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've still got a
Be right back.
silvered short sword and a silvered long sword.
Is that not the stuff you just gave back to the fucking people though?
No.
At the end of last.
No,
No.
he gave
I
back.
also
He gave back the
took
bag of stuff.
What's up,
A
Avisa?
crossbow. I also took a crossbow and some bolts.
There
Yeah,
was
the thing-
there was the generic pile that Marcus gave us and let us get something from, and then there was the actual loot.
That had a couple of healing potions and like a scroll of sleep,
Oh,
and
right,
then there
right.
was that silvered short sword and that silvered long sword and the silver arrows, which Amaya took because
Because why
Vert-
not?
Vert needs special ammo to fight like terrible creatures.
Yeah. I gotta have my stuff, right?
So I'm gonna take.
Got heavy stuff to do the things.
Yeah.
gonna
Life
take-
needs things to live.
I'm gonna take one of the healing potions.
Makes sense. You can cast healing spells, so it's good for you to be able to keep yourself up. I do believe.
Okay, one. Okay, so who's taking the other potion?
I mean, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah,
Not
give
my
it to the
favorite
drunk.
one.
Give it to the guy who clearly needed it.
Right.
The scroll of sleep.
I mean, probably you, cause like you're an arcane spellcaster, so like I allow anybody to attempt to use scrolls in my game, but if it's not normally on your spell list or you don't normally cast spells, like bad things will happen if you roll badly on the arcana check to attempt it. But because it is on your spell list and you cast arcane spells, you can just use it without having to check.
Okay.
Can I take the sock with the coins on it?
I believe the sock with the coins in it wound up getting redistributed back to the people.
See the scroll of sleep? Am I able to pull that from the compendium?
Maybe.
No, I can't.
Well, I mean, you could just pull the spell.
Yeah, I mean it'll function as the spell sleep. So.
Oh, it's all kicking off outside, man. Fuck.
But yeah, so you take a little bit of time to distribute like the food and like the drink that you got. Like I guess like Boasting Boss probably kept the jug of communion wine.
Yes.
But the other food items, the equipment, the blacksmith is like in the process of like helping people like kind of get armed and capable of protecting themselves, and you were left with two other avenues of investigation. Those being there is an inn nearby called the Fabled Fawn, where there was at least like a couple of people staying that might, need a rescue, assuming they're still alive, and even if not, like food and blankets and the things that inns might have might still be lootable. And then there was the old mill down by the river, which theoretically might have like grain or other foodstuffs available, and you were assured that the halfling woman that runs the old mill is not the kind of person that would be easily put down by a few devils. So,
How are we pooling gold, by the way? Are we just gonna have a global pool, or is everyone gonna have their separate gold and silver?
that is up to y'all.
Yeah, I've been divvying it up.
I've just been taking track of my own goals. Like, I don't know what.
Because we're getting a bunch of stuff here that's a lot of different gold and silver. So would you want to just take it and split it between us all then? So obviously there's the silk handkerchief and there's the silver filigree, the copper ring that we they're worth money. But then there was actually 5 gold pieces, 30 silver pieces and 46 copper. So that'd be
Yeah.
1 gold each. Words. Hang on, let's see. Fuck. 1 gold each, 6 silver each, and 9 copper?
Right.
Oh, Amaya, did you take the 1 gold that I ended up giving you for the bet?
Yes, I did.
Good shit. Right, so I'm back up.
Hey.
I'm back up to 25 gold. Is it 6 silver pieces each?
6
then?
silver.
Sweet.
Oh, right.
And then 9 copper. Although I think I've done this the wrong way. Is it platinum then gold? Or am I looking at this
Platinum is the most valuable.
wrong? So
then
platinum's the
gold.
top, then gold, then...
What's the one in between gold and silver? The EP one?
Electrum.
That's Electrum.
Ah,
Right.
okay.
It's basically worthless.
It's not basically worthless, but it's like a 50-cent piece, right? Like it's uncommon and kind of a pain in the dick.
I see. It's what you throw at people you don't like. Okay.
Okay, so...
It's what a 10 base system, so 10 copper for a silver, 10 silver for a gold, 10 gold for a platinum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Visa, Hillary, there's still like the embroidered silk handkerchief and the copper ring. Are you guys wanting to split that up?
I mean, those are also items that if you find a fence later, you can get the full gold piece value out of them. Or if people are willing to barter for them. So, like,
Yeah,
it's
but-
actually not, it's not too bad to just keep things in hard, like, or like non-hard currency form like that, to just, like, carry them around. Like, gems actually way less than gold, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Oh yeah, it's more they haven't took anything from this loot yet, except for the gold, silver, and copper.
Sure.
I mean, this is also the stuff that you just started handing out to the fucking little boy at the fucking party, is it not?
No, this stuff is not.
Yeah, there was the stuff that you got from Volis when she dropped her bag. That's the stuff that he gave back. There is the stuff that like Hillary was like slapping your hand
Oh shit!
While-
yeah,
while-
right, yeah. I
while
get you.
Amaya was looting their pockets, and that's the stuff that like they're
That
talking
we've
about
got.
giving out right now.
All right, all right.
Hillary and Visa.
I assume they're there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm eating soup.
Zoop.
I'm here.
Okay.
My character's not really a material person, so if we want to hold on to anything to sell or barter with later, then that's fine.
Community chest.
My character is more practical than material. Maybe a bit on both sides. Means to an end type thing.
So it kind of sounds like those little art objects can
Just don't give them to Bo Sing Ba.
Shiny things make the halfling brain go. Oh.
Yeah, they sound like they could sit in the community bag for later when somebody needs to
Yeah.
buy something.
So we should really sort a thing out for that actually.
I'll keep track of that if you want. Don't worry, it's fine.
I can make I do it for the game. I can make a Google Doc for it.
Just leave it in the hands of the halfling.
Sure, I was gonna say I can also just like make a handout.
Oh yeah, that's a better idea. Do a handout. Also, sorry if I sound weird. I had to go out into the garage and get a hacksaw.
You're a fucking weirdo, but okay.
I like that there wasn't any follow up to that. It's just I needed a hacksaw. No, don't ask any questions. It's fine.
Don't ask questions.
Would you say this bag holds a halfling, or would we need 2 bags to hold half a halfling?
Okay, there should be a halfling. There should be a handout in your journals now that says party loot that everyone should be able to edit.
You are correct.
I will say this, only one person at a time edit it, because like it
I'll
gets
leave that up to
really
someone else.
confused if multiple people try to edit and save at the same time.
Let me sort it out then. So we have the 1 times silvered sword, the 1 times silvered longsword. We have 2 malachite, 1 times fancy handkerchief, 10 gold. And what was the other thing again? It was a ring.
It's a
Copper ring with silver filigree. Copper
Yeah.
ring with silver, 15 gold.
Gold. Yep. I think that should cover it.
Yeah, I think those malachites actually have a value.
They
Yeah,
do,
they do.
yeah. Sorry, that's my bad.
10 each.
I think, yeah, they're 10 gold each.
One sec, I'll edit.
Okay, so anyway, I feel like we've got that sorted out. So yeah, you guys, you're presented with like 2 other avenues of attack here, so to speak. There's the inn, and there is the mill. What is the vibe for the party? Like, which direction do you want to go in now? Because like Gorin, if you speak to Gorin, because like Dara is in the middle of continuing that ritual that's keeping the town square safe, um, he makes it very clear once again that like Baldur's Gate is 200 miles away. It's the closest town. People from El Terrell would probably rather not go there if they could help it, but given the situation as it is, it's the best bet they have. And though they have arms and armor now, they still need food, and they need, blankets, and they need whatever like herbalism supplies can be found. Like, every little bit will help. This is almost kind of like a little Banner Saga sort of situation, where it's like the more prepared you are now, the less of a dick I'm gonna be to you later.
So no preparation at all. Got it.
I like where this guy's going. That sounds like a
Yeah.
great fucking idea. Let's leave it up to Timora. Lady Luck,
Oh
take
my
the
god.
wheel.
I was gonna say, like, no preparation at all sounds like the Bosing Ba route. Like, for you,
Mhm.
sir, I believe the
I have
best
to.
laid
I have to
plan.
overplan.
I am going to take a moment to chat among the locals and find out which one of these things is actually closer.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna. I won't even have you necessarily need to make a test, right? Because these people, they live here, they know. Unless you want to like also try to like get some rumors out of these people, like. In that case, you could try making like a persuasion test to see what people are willing to tell you.
Uh, yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
I'm gonna do the same thing, but with the ladies.
But with the ladies.
Yes, specifically Avisa and Hillary. I don't want to know. Well, I not say I don't want to know. What I want to know is what their prowesses are. I need to know what kind of hunters I'll be hunting with, so
Sure.
that I can figure out where everyone is best suited. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I get it. So like the scene then would seem to be that like whilst the supplies are being distributed, and like you have this kind of brief conversation about like go get more supplies or whatever, like
Mhm.
we get the shot of you kind of like going to you know Hillary's character and Avisa's character and being like, so what are you good at, and like the camera like focuses on that for a second, and then we get like kind of the depth of field shot in the back of Ray talking to the people, and then the camera kind of like zooms over there, so that we can kind of like I'll do that establishing thing, and then we can cut back to the other scene. The inn is definitely closer of the two. You find out like it's like basically the fabled fawn, which is the inn that they're talking about, is like right on the edge of town. and so it'll be the shorter trip. You hear that with the role that you've got, the person who owns the fabled fawn, her and her husband apparently have some kind of like petty noble title that isn't like, it's not enough that they've wound up in any particular position of power. But Vasha Hall and her husband, well, Vasha specifically has a bit of a reputation for being kind of a blowhard and kind of a my way or the highway kind of person. So a lot of the villagers don't necessarily like her too much, but they have to admit that she gets things done when she puts her mind to it. You also hear that there is a woman or a man, like it's depending on who you're talking to, the gender of the person in question changes because they're apparently very androgynous. But there's an elf named Hasterine who has been staying at the inn as of late as well, and they are known to be a naturalist and herbalist of some repute. Like people have been going to them for more like kind of holistic like herbal remedies over the last few weeks, and like the results have been good. So if Hasterine is still alive, they would be an excellent addition to the caravan. Now, in terms of the mill, you learn that it is the further of the two. It is down close to the water's edge, obviously, because they needed the water wheel to operate the machinery. Ippen is the woman who runs that place, and she apparently has a history as an adventurer, so that's why most people are of the opinion that she probably is fine, though she might need some assistance getting to the town square, given the fire and the destruction between here and there. And she has an assistant whose name no one can pronounce, so everyone just calls him Pal.
Wait! Wait! Does
That's
it
the
sound
familiar.
like? Does it sound like this?
No.
What accent is that? Is that from like Southern?
His Pal is apparently from the far distant Sholung Empire.
Did you just say he's from Schlong?
No, I said Sholung.
Which is just a fancy way of saying
Just
schlong.
a fancy way of saying Schlong.
It's funny because I'm not the one that wrote the name of the Chinese empire on Faerun. So,
Oh, we from Schlong. Very nice to meet you. Yes, yes.
oh my
You
god.
You like Schlong? You like Schlong? I Schlong!
But yes,
You
everybody
want buy
calls,
DVD? $5.
everybody calls him Pal, and then apparently there's a half orc that lives in the area as well, but no one talks about him very much.
Aha, for
But yeah, so that's what you learn from talking to the people. Actually, you know what? That's not fair. They do talk about the half orc. People like the half orc. He tells stories, and he occasionally falls into a 1,000-yard stare and talks about the horror of this time once upon a time that he doesn't want to get into the details of.
A half orc with PTSD. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
But he tells interesting war stories.
Okay. Right.
So then it would cut to him.
Amaya and Hillary were. Oh, sorry. Amaya
Yeah,
and Hillary
and
the
then-
girls.
And then we cut back to Vert and the others, and you were questioning them about their abilities, I believe.
Yes. Before we go any further, I think it would be good for each of us to know the strengths of our allies. I, myself, am fairly competent with a bow and am capable of making myself nearly invisible in certain terrains. What about you?
Yes, what about the rest of you?
They're dead.
Like,
They're
is it
just
am
so
I involved in this
flabbergasted they
conversation, or
fall.
is it just Avisa and Hillary's character?
They're just so flabbergasted
I
they
mean-
fall over.
Everybody? Why not? Like, whoever wants to participate in the conversation.
Sorry, I didn't know who that was directed at specifically.
Yeah, you and Hillary specifically, because I already know what the other two do, which is fucking nothing. So
Wow.
Like, I literally imagine, like, you're talking to those two and then boasting boss, like, oh, I punch people.
I punch people and I hit them with my stick, and I also get drunk. And he's like, "Yeah, whatever, dickhead, on you go." Fuck. Okay. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Like I said last game, the girls are probably the only ones I can count on.
Hey, listen, see when you're stuck in hell, depressed as fuck, me and Cass are going to give you the laughs, okay?
He's
We'll
not depressed.
come with the duo.
Not yet.
He's just very
Give it
what's the
long
word?
enough, you both think Paul will have his way.
Yeah. What's the word? He's
Aye,
very
aye, like, give me like 5 sessions, you'll be depressed as fuck, man, I'm telling you. Like,
Reserved.
I'm going to ruin
perhaps?
all your fucking plans. Go
yeah,
ahead.
you know, like direct. He's very like take it
Oh, I get you.
slow, but know what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Pretty straightforward in how he like approaches things and stuff.
Yeah.
Direct and taciturn. And talks like crumpling leaves.
There you go. You've nailed down my character.
Absolute crumpy boy.
Absolute crumpy, crispy boy. Absolute crispy boy.
Extra crispy.
Extra crispy.
But yeah, I mean, we've seen that, like, Avisa, your character was willing to go with a mysterious man and be cast into a wormhole of unusual gravity, and then when you arrived, you're just like, I guess I'm here now. So, like,
Which
The
she's
fuck
still
is that?
processing.
Well,
That's
now
fair.
now would be the time to process it because we're in a middle of a short rest. So
yeah. It's like, how much are you willing to share with this strange, like, be-antlered man about what your capabilities are? Or do you want to play it close to the chest?
I mean, shit, they've already smelled blood together. That forms some kind of bond.
Right.
So,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
sorry, I'm my ears are ringing so loud that I can't even collect my thoughts properly right now.
Did you hit your head again?
No, I have tinnitus. I've had it
Ah.
since I was like 10 years old.
It's rough.
Fuck.
Do you want me to go first so you can gather your thoughts?
Please.
Okay. Well, Virt, I mostly fight using magical means, but I do also have a quarterstaff that is quite handy at bonking people over the head. I'm also an adept healer.
absolute bonky grill.
Can confirm on the healing. Top notch.
Oh my god, I find this kind of like upbeat, like motherly tiefling vibe like very good, because it's like, oh, look at you worshiping like the sorter of the dead, but you're like, I bonk people with a stick.
I
Just
just have to
gently
say,
bonk.
I've been so friggin' excited to play this character since I came up with her.
She's
Amazing.
wonderful. I love the slightly like cotton candy by way of goth, like.
Cotton candy. It's perfect. 10 out of 10 would bonk.
It's like,
Bonk right
you,
to
you meet a
fucking-
fucking devil and you're just like, would you like some tea?
bonk, go straight to grandma's house and like, get fucking dinner.
Oh.
So,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sayani, quite straight-faced, would go, I too bonk with a stick. However, with a nod of deference to Lucina, I'm probably not nearly as adept a healer. I'm more focused on the art of druidry.
Interesting. I figured as much, based on what we saw during our last encounter.
Yes, we did get a chance to see a little bit of what everyone is capable of. I'm still
So-
not entirely sure what I'm even doing here, but I think I'm working on that part.
That's okay. I don't think any of us know what the fuck we're doing here.
The way I see
Siani,
it
if
is
you-
we're all kind of stuck here until we can deal with this fucking city basically imploding and the second sun disappearing into a fucking ball of magma. But you know, that's just my point of view. I just want to get the fuck out of here.
Lucina will put a gentle hand on Siani's shoulder and say, if you ever need to talk about what you're dealing with right now, you can come to me anytime. I am here to help.
Thanks, Mom. Therapeutic,
Do you need a fresca?
therapeutic grave cleric for the win.
Do you need a fucking fresca to go with that?
Oh no!
It's, okay.
Can I interest you in a fresco?
I fucking hate
Oh my
Fresca.
god.
Fuck fresca.
Siani would give Lucina a warm smile and say, "Your kindness is appreciated. I just have more questions than there are answers to at this point."
I'm fairly certain we all do right now. It's a bit of a interesting situation.
I'll come back from conversing with the crowds and gathering information and just be like, right. I have a few little leads about where we're going, but yeah, we never really got proper introductions. And he gives a smile and puts his arm out and just goes, "My name's Ray."
What did you do, Ray?
What?
No, Ghostbusters.
Oh
Ghostbusters.
God damn! I can't believe I missed that reference. I feel
Obligatory. My name is. But you can call me Beard.
Oh, like
Can we
that
burn his
joke.
throat enough that the leaves disappear in the...
Ow.
Ow, what the hell is
Oh,
that?
Ow.
Feedback.
It's Hillary.
Ah.
What the hell was
Oh my
that?
god.
She's been having problems. We actually had to order her a new laptop last night because hers is taking the big shit.
Oh,
Oof.
fuck.
That's the sound of a laptop taking the big shit.
That's
Oh.
the start of it.
That's some bad microphone feedback, is what that is.
It's a
Oh,
broken...
that did not help the tinnitus.
So I'd like to say,
I'm
like, during
sorry.
this short rest, like, to get over the fact that I almost
Yep.
died, I've been pretty much sitting, like, on the cart, just drinking the communion wine with the
Yep.
let's say I was drinking with the dwarf.
Also,
And then,
listen. Oh, sorry.
Nah, and then, like, once he obviously comes over and starts, like, giving out the fucking, like, this is the kind of plan and doing introductions, I kind of sort her over and just be like, I'm Bo Singbar, like, nice to meet you, like, has anyone got a couple of gold that can lend me? Like,
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Oh. But
But yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Clarification. Ray put his arm out. Is it like offering a handshake, or is this just a
Handshake, yeah,
gesture?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So-
listen. He's doing like the big bow with like one arm outstretched, but one arm like
That's
above
what I
his
said.
he's
I
not got a
couldn't
cape.
visualize
He's
it in
not
my
got a cape,
head.
but he's still doing the big flourish with his arm as if he does have a cape. Like,
Oh my god.
Hi, Mom.
it's so-
hi, Mom. Hope you're not playing that D&D. People
Can
You
ki-
better
people
not
die
be
playing
summoning
that.
the demons in this house.
Can you hear us, hon?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay.
People die when they are killed.
That's what the little kid said when we drive away.
But yeah, so it sounds like unless you have more like conversing to do, like you've met your introductions and now like what's
There
your
was I was gonna kind of wrap it up with.
So,
okay.
sorry about that. I was being inquired as to if I wanted some chicken.
The answer should have been yes. but boy.
chicken?
Do you?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Nando's.
Cheeky
Anyway.
Nando's.
Wait.
Honey would take Ray's offered hand and shake it and say, "Sayani, a pleasure to meet you." She would also turn and nod her head to Bosingba and say, "Sorry, I don't have any gold to lend you."
So I
Exit out.
I take a minute to pull back and just sort of relax a little and take in the scenery, and it's like, okay, so each of us has met the weird demiurge person. Uh,
Demon Urge.
demon urge, yeah, let's go. We've all
Demiurge.
met the same demon. There's clearly hellfire and brimstone, and an entire city has disappeared. So I'm going to assume these two things are connected.
Fair.
Absolute fuckery. That was not in character.
My fair was in character.
As to the
Anyone just
why, as to the how, he gives a big massive shrug, just like, But we're here now, and clearly we have to do something for these people.
Yes, but
I definitely
what?
would. Oh, sorry, on you go.
I think she was
I
asking
did.
what your opinion was.
Oh,
Yes, exactly. Yes, but what can we do?
yeah.
I mean, the best we can do is gather some supplies and just try and like make our way to
Well,
some safety.
I don't know about you guys, but I've seen enough burnt down villages in my time, and he holds on to the. He sort of squeezes the pocket where that locket he has is. It's like, I don't like the idea of seeing that again.
I don't think anybody would.
So,
Well,
the
mostly.
$1 million question: where are we going to go?
Hell, you're the one with the leads.
Yeah, you're the one with the leads.
So I'm guessing that at this point you've already told us like so the windmill's further away and the inn would be closer and
Yeah.
whatnot.
So
they'll
the
kind of
windmill's further away, and it's owned by. Did you say Ippin?
Yeah, Ippin. IPPON.
Okay, so Ippin and their assistant, who's otherwise known as Pal.
Hey, Cass, is your totally not Dan thing supposed to be an AFK chat? Isn't that what's?
Hmm?
Isn't that what's recording the session?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. My bad.
That's the weeb
That's
bot.
his wee bot.
Oh, okay.
That's for streaming stuff.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's for me watching stuff. Because I
Yeah.
don't have the one monitor at the moment, and even
Ah,
then it's
sorry.
not a monitor.
Sorry, didn't mean to derail.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Oh, good.
Am I actually? I just don't want to miss out on this recording. I like listening to it. Okay.
I need the after action report.
I do.
Basically.
But yeah, and then obviously as said, like the Hall family owns the Fabled Fawn, which is like the closer of the two locations. So
Are they in the same direction?
um like roughly they're not like on the same street necessarily, but like
We
they're
could
both
go. We
So
could.
I was going to say the question is, do we want to like go to the further away and then swing back to the inn, seeing as they sound like they can kind of handle themselves? Like
That would save us going back and forwards. That we just do the long.
instead of doing like 2 trips, we could just like try and like swing back around from the fucking windmill and get the inn on the way back to the town centre.
Turn around and go. Ha! Who the fuck are you? What are you doing with boasting bar?
Oh no,
Um,
that communion wine is some good shit, let me tell you.
Question.
Answer.
If
Yeah.
I heard right, the owner of the mill would be capable of taking care of themselves, so wouldn't it be better to go to the inn to potentially save anybody who might be under attack first?
Ah,
That
do-
would make
Ah,
sense.
I probably
you
got
have a
mixed up.
valid point.
You do not pass a 6 point hoping to get a 10.
I know
Ba-
exactly. Like you're talking about bucks. I get
Yes. You don't pass up a 6 pointer just because you're hoping to get a 10 pointer.
it. It's true. So yeah, you could go investigate the inn, and then like, depending on the results of that, move in one of two directions. Obviously. So
Yeah. So, d- I'm in favor of just going to the inn.
The inn is the one that's closer?
yes.
I agree.
Sounds good to me then, I guess. I'm easy.
Agreed.
All right, and so in the meantime, like the villagers have had the opportunity to unload the wagon of like the supplies that you brought back and distribute them out to some of the other carts that they've been collecting, or like load them onto the handful of like donkeys that they've managed to keep from panicking and running away. Some of the goods have been distributed, so you are left again with the wagon that is bereft of goods and capable of transporting you from place to place. So that should actually make the business of like moving around a little bit more easy, though with the earthquake and the fire, like I suppose we'll see. But for the sake of it, as you get on the road and head into the village on your way to the inn, can I get one of you to roll me 2d6, please?
I forget how to do that.
Slash
Too
roll
late, I already
1d6.
got it.
Hey.
All right. So,
You can also do it in
as
the dice roller.
as you and
I don't
I
know
believe
what that is.
so the
On the
The
left-hand
sit-
side, where there's
Yeah.
the menu, the second to last one, there's a dice icon. You can actually go in there and choose what you want to roll.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No worries.
Otherwise the syntax is like slash roll space and then like whatever. But yeah, as you're making your way through the village, like I believe
Would
we
you
had
say that-
established. I'm sorry.
Would you say that we're making our way downtown?
I
No,
knew you
no.
were going to make
Get
that joke.
No.
Rolling fast.
Man, Amaya, you're almost the best. The best. The best.
The best. The best.
Alright.
God damn it. Really?
Sorry, moving
Listen. During stuff like this, our shenanigans, they just start coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming.
Thanks.
on. And I mean, Danny doesn't know.
Ow.
Danny doesn't know.
Oh my god. Y'all are just the worst sometimes. But yeah, I think we had established that like Ray was driving the cart and Vert was sitting shotgun so that he could try to keep the animals from being too spooked, and then the rest of you were kind of riding in the back, or
And Boating
I guess if
Ball
one-
is
if-
lying on his back in the cart, sad that he's lost all his loot.
Yeah, I'm like just kind of a bit depressed. I'm like finishing off the last of the communion wine. And
Yeah.
like, oh god, why would you give them it all? Like, fuck.
Sayane, if
Don't want to
not
look.
straight up exhausted, and if it's the wagon is not moving that fast, would probably be walking alongside it.
Yeah. Perfectly easy like to keep up, because I mean the ground is a little uneven given the recent earthquake, and like a few like buildings and like branches have
Whatever,
been
yeah.
felled, and you know, you still have like the thick smoke hanging in the air and like bits of fire burning here and there on buildings and fields, and just that kind of like oppressive like atmosphere of like a wildfire at night, right? So it's like, even
so it's
though
just California.
yeah, kind of
After a gender
Jesus.
reveal party.
California after a gender reveal party. Oof.
So wait, if you're exhausted, why are you walking?
That's what I would say if she's not too tired and I'm trying
Oh,
to.
I see.
Yeah.
I misheard you.
But yeah, can I get everyone to make me a perception check?
So,
Oh god.
Fuck.
Nice.
So it seems
Hang
like
on. Do you remember how to do it, Avisa?
I'm working on it.
Nice.
cool.
Fucking nice.
So yeah, Ba, you've been laying on your back. You've been drinking too much.
That makes sense. That's fair.
I'm just too busy paying attention to the road.
Yeah, you're focused on the road. So everybody else that's like kind of got their attention, like
Their wits about
probably
them, if you could say.
head on a wits about them, head on a swivel. Yeah, I think as you're kind of like making your way along, who had the highest check?
I did.
Okay. So
No,
Vert,
Avisa did.
No.
Not
I got.
naturally. Avisa rolled
Oh,
an
oh,
18.
naturally. Yeah. I've got the
yeah.
highest roll. She's got the
Yeah,
highest natural.
so the highest total then, I guess. Vert, I think you are probably the first one to hear it, and then because your rolls are so close, like um the other two you hear it like fairly quickly. Like there is this sound um coming from nearby, like a lot of the buildings have like sustained a bit of damage. You know that anybody who was able has probably made it to the town square, like as close as you are. You haven't gone too terribly far yet, so the windows are dark in the buildings around you. You don't see a lot of evidence of other like signs of life, like maybe like a cat or like a stray dog like runs away as you approach because like they're panicked and terrified given the situation. But what you hear that probably sets your mind on edge, Vert, is this like low cackling sound that just seems to like come from, like, it takes you a minute, like it seems like it's coming from everywhere, but like you're able to isolate it as coming from down an alley nearby, like off to the right hand side of the road between a couple of like the homes that have been damaged in the catastrophe. And then the other two of you hear it, and it's an unearthly kind of laugh too, right?
Would I recognize the sound based on what my favorite enemy is?
What is your favorite enemy again?
Fiends.
Give me like, what do you have, Arcana?
I don't have proficiency in it.
Um, well, okay, it is your preferred enemy. I think in the fiction it would make sense. Like it definitely has that ring to it, right?
Okay.
Like
Whoops,
like
that's not right.
there's something otherworldly and unnatural about it. Like you get that like sense of familiarity. I would say that perhaps the aura of brimstone would be a good tip off, but given everything that's happened, that pervasive scent has not gone away.
Okay. I'm gonna snap my fingers to get the attention of whoever pays attention when I snap my fingers, and I'm gonna point over in the direction, and I'm gonna make like little fang, like like rabbit, like the rabbit with the fangs.
Yeah.
I'll look at
And
you like crazy and go, "Do you want us to go over there?" Okay.
oh my god.
Like, wait, no.
So we're
Like,
gonna.
And
I'm here.
I'm gonna turn
and
to Viet and be like, do you want us to stop? Do you want us to keep going? What do you want to do? We're on the moves here.
wait,
Time is not
wait for
really
it.
essential. Well,
Wait
time
for
is
it.
essential.
Wait for it. I believe there is a fiend over there.
I take a moment to have a little swash, and I'll roll perception to see if we can spot it.
Yeah, I mean it's so as I've kind of established, like it's
It's
down.
in the building somewhere. In a
Well,
building somewhere.
it's you're not sure. Like he was able to isolate that it's off to the right hand side of the road, and like the sound seems to be coming from down like kind of a blind alley. Um,
Can I
and
ask
so
Vart
hmm?
if there's any reason we should like deal with it, or do we need to like deal with this now, or is it like something we should just keep in mind, pressing forward?
Well, fiends are generally bad news, and we have no assurances that it will not come after us at a time when we do not know that it is present. So,
That makes sense.
Viet, I hate to be the one to ruin the mood, but have you looked around? There's probably fiends everywhere.
no, just the one.
I think we understood that your math is a little off.
No,
Yes.
just the one.
I'm not gonna bet him again. He's a bit of a sore loser when he's wrong. But
Ah. Hey, listen. 4 wisdom, 0 intelligence.
Hilarious.
That's weird. I have 0 wisdom and 1 intelligence.
so then, if we're going to deal with
Listen,
this,
Veer
then
can
I'm
count.
guessing we
Veer can
stop
count all
this
the way to
one.
fish. All right.
You can count all the way to fish.
So do we
Is that
want to
make up
keep
to
going or
bottom
do we
up?
want to stop?
So Sayani
Well-
would have already been staring in that direction, probably tensed up.
Yeah.
The finger snap from Baird would have got a side glance from her because she'd already been kind of glaring in that direction. After listening to the exchange, she would simply say, "That's not something I want at my back."
Okay, so then we're gonna have to deal with it. So let's stop and then, like, fucking deal with it. God.
Agreed.
So yeah, while you're having this brief little exchange, right? Like, because in the context of the fiction, this is probably like a pretty like quick like back and forth. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
You hear like the low like laughter again, like emanate from that direction, and then you hear a second voice. But this one sounds like it doesn't have that same like demonic like echo to it or that unearthly reverb. It just sounds like a young woman, and you hear someone screaming, "No, stay back!"
That's bait.
Low quality bait. All right. Well,
Might
can
be a fair assumption that if we're aware of it, it's aware of us.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that makes sense to
seeing
me.
I am going to pull the cart to a halt and I'd like to roll for athletics to dash over there.
Sure, you want to head down the alley with a quickness. Are you is this because you've heard the voice or
Yeah,
what's
this is
the
because I've heard the voice, because clearly
yes.
there's the possibility of someone not having a good day.
I would
Heroism.
Gonna
also-
be a hero.
I would also do the same.
Can I roll
Absolutely.
acrobatics to see if I can like jump on his back as he's running away?
Hang on.
Sure.
I'm going to use my I'm going to roll advantage and use my inspiration.
First one, then the other.
Oh God!
I mean, it's a 12, right? Like that's not too bad. Like you are able to like hop down from the cart and like get like a good jog on. Like you're not sprinting like Usain Bolt over here, but like you're definitely like well on your way. I guess Ba, if you want to jump on his back, like
Does that mean I
Hi
have to
ho,
roll?
silver! Away!
So I need to roll a strength check to make sure I can fucking hold him.
That's a fair shout, by the way. God.
yeah, you know what? Okay, so here's what happens. Between your 12 and his 10, can I get you to make me a second athletics check, but with disadvantage?
God damn
Okay, so I think what happens here is like you jump down and you start running, and like Ba, you see your opportunity, so you jump off the edge of the cart. You're just like, catch me, and like you land, like you come to like rest, like grabbing a hold of like like Ray's shoulders or like wrapping your arms around his neck, and like it throws you off balance and you stagger a little bit, and like you reach out and you have to like brace your hand on the wall, and like you are able to stay upright, and eventually like you can continue jogging forward with this bowling ball weight of a halfling on your back. But there's a moment for the other three of you where it clearly looks like the bard is about to get taken the fuck out by your own monk.
Fucking Hillary
was
rolling
still
a 20 over here.
I know,
Holy
like,
shit.
fuck. She runs past and like, God damn it, you fuckers.
Right. So yeah, in the staggering, like she's able to get out in front of you and
Nimbly sidesteps
Yeah,
the
just
bars
like-
with the halfling, like almost making him cunt it. She nimbly sidesteps and just charges forward like, my God, these
Right.
fucking idiots.
Runs
They're gonna
past
do
and
this
takes
for
one look, just like, I have some ointments for that later. Some essential oils.
Pardon me, step lively, just gonna. Yeah.
So
And
if I'm gonna bolt out of the cart and follow along them without really trying to be quiet, as there's obviously no quiet after that
Sure.
performance. Would that be athletics or acrobatics?
It. I guess in this case, like if you're trying to like hustle to the fight quickly, like I would say athletics is probably the thing. If you're not like terribly worried about getting there quickly, like you can go without a roll, but
I'm more worried about catching up to the rest.
sure. So like yeah, give me a little athletics and we'll see how we kind of roll out here.
Autobots.
And I guess the real question is, yeah, you're able to like, you catch up to and then surpass Ray pretty easily. You're not quite as fast as your tiefling friend, but you know, like she seems to be very motivated in this situation. Now, Vert, what are you doing? It seems like everybody else is taking off running.
Yeah,
Face
they're
Face
taking off.
palms and goes, you fucking idiots, man. My God.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna be like, and I'll just kind of walk. But I want to,
Make sure the donkeys don't run away. Like,
yeah,
fix them.
you know, hitch them up.
Yeah.
You know, start walking in the direction. But I want to climb a building. I don't need necessarily to be as fast as them if I can
Sure.
get height. You know.
You want altitude in this case.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sure. Give me like. I think we've already established you have a decent enough rapport with the animals. I'm not going to make you like do handle animal in this particular case, but
Mhm.
an athletics check to see if you can like get up on top of a building and put yourself in an advantageous position. Seems.
Athletics or acrobatics?
I mean, whichever. However
You
you
know,
want to
but-
frame your ascent.
Sweet.
Hardcore parkour.
You're already doing that on my
Nice.
back.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Fucking
you,
just
you-
kind of ninja warrior step.
I gotta fucking Assassin's Creed his way up that building.
Yeah, just fucking hardcore parkour up the side of this building, and you find yourself on like this kind of like slate tile roof or whatever, like looking down on the situation. And unfortunately, like I wasn't able to find a map that like really like fits what I wanted, so we'll probably just theater of the mind this, and like I'll draw like a shitty drawing if we need to really know what the layout
Listen.
looks like.
The best maps are shitty drawings. Okay.
Right. But as since was it oh hang on, I got a phone call real quick.
Mom, I'm in the middle of D&D.
Your regularly scheduled D&D will be back after this commercial.
Oh god. I love how you keep saying, but mom, because Hillary's kind of like the D&D mom.
But mom, I want to break his skull open. God damn it.
Now, kitty.
Oh god. Hold on, I can actually do that one.
So, I actually discovered there was a weird thing with OBS. I don't think it's been recording the screen properly, but it has been recording the audio.
Okay.
It was weird. I had to, like, had to start and stop the fucking opera source for some reason.
Respect my authority!
Amazing.
I love it.
Damn it. Respect my authority.
You guys, I'm going home.
Oh my goodness, what have I come back to?
South Park,
yeah,
Colorado.
Good lord. So yeah, Lucina's the first one on the scene as you kind of like run down this alleyway and you take a corner and you wind up in kind of like an open yard space that like rests between like a few of these like houses and other buildings that are kind of like on this particular block of this small village where like there's like a shared like sitting area, and then there is like a chicken coop in one corner that's got like a little fence around it, and the fence has kind of been like knocked down, and the wood has a bit of like smolder to it from recent fire damage. And then there's a few like bushes and like plantings to give the area a bit of color, and it's clear that like all of the houses in this particular area like have back doors that open up into this kind of like shared living space. And as you arrive, like this is where you heard the cackling coming from. You're pretty sure this is where you heard the voice of that woman, but as you look around, you don't see anyone.
That's a trap!
Well, I'm going to keep my shield raised and proceed with caution. Can I roll a perception to see if I can see anything like hiding somewhere?
Absolutely.
I would be doing the same.
Let's see if Hillary sees first. Hillary, what do your tiefling eyes see?
Okay, so you
Hey,
You
Avisa, you
walk-
got like a fan go. Oh, thank you.
you carefully walk into the space, shield raised. Do you have like your quarterstaff in hand, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're scanning the area, and you just like out of the corner of your eye, you catch sight of like a small figure moving in like the entryway to the chicken coop. Like something is like poking out, like or like leaning enough to like be able to like look out through the little doorway and like peer at you. And then when it realizes that you're looking in its direction, it like pulls its head back very quickly so that it thinks that it's hidden again. But there's just that briefest instant where you see like the pinprick glow of a red eye like peering out from this space. And then you hear off on the other side, in one of the houses, the back door of which is open, you hear like the light clatter of something brushing against like a tin cup or some silverware or something, like it was trying to secret itself away and then wound up bumping something that it didn't intend to.
Well, I'm going to stay put on guard and wait for the party to catch up and then tell them what I saw and heard.
So yeah, about this time then, like, Siani comes like jogging up behind you, and then a little bit, like 5 or 10 feet behind her, comes Ray with Bo Sing Ba like hanging from his shoulders.
Drive me closer! I want to hit them with my sword!
Closer, pony. Come on, yeah, yeah. Nah, so once we catch up, I'd jump off his shoulders. It was just because everyone was like putting a bit of a fucking shift on. I wouldn't have been able to keep up with my
As
like.
he jumps off, I suddenly feel like I'm about to just float up into the air and join one of my gods. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
you
what
feel
a weight
like
off my
100
shoulders.
You feel like 100 pounds lighter now that you've shed that halfling. But yeah, you are quickly informed that there are at least 2 beings here that have tried to secret themselves away, and like because Lucina didn't immediately like run into the area like to give up the game. I think they probably think that they're still hidden because these creatures aren't particularly bright.
Okay. Where is Viert right now? Because he's the one that's got the tracking.
Just creeping across the roof.
Yep. We're literally fighting Tony Chopper.
But yeah, you come across the roof, and like you're probably like last on the scene because like you were dealing with the horses and whatnot. So you come to the edge of one of these like rooftops, and you're looking down on the same like shared like space that everyone else is kind of like funneled into.
Okay.
Rudolph, what does your red nose see?
Well, I rolled survival because I have advantage on survival checks
Yeah.
to track my favorite enemy.
Yeah, so you cast your gaze down on this open sitting area, and where the others might not have noticed it because you know what to look for, and maybe they didn't. Like, you know, she was definitely correct in her estimations. Like, there is something that is hiding in the chicken coop. There is a creature that appears to be hiding in one of the nearby houses, but there's also a third one that's hiding in one of the other buildings, and they've all kind of got this whole like area covered by, you know, like they have the ability to kind of like see everywhere because of how they have positioned themselves. Like,
Mhm.
this was clearly an attempt at an ambush.
Mhm.
The fact that it hasn't been sprung yet probably leads you to believe that these creatures don't think they're in an advantageous enough position. But what like is giving it away to you, like in from your point of view, it's like the bit of like burning smolder on the fence that would have been around the previous chicken coop, and
Mhm.
like just the presence of feathers and the spatter of blood.
Mhm.
There are little footprints that have like burned into the grass as though like the feet that made them was itself like molten brimstone that kind of like lead here and there as these small sized creatures apparently like gallivanted around this area and then secreted themselves away when they heard that people were coming on the road.
Okay. So I'm just gonna hold up one finger and point at the chicken coop, and then hold up one finger and point to the building, and then hold up one finger and point to the third place you said, which I can't remember because I'm
Yeah,
dumb.
like there's a couple of houses that
Yeah,
they're hiding
and
in.
just silently try to tell the people where everything is, and then I probably hear, "Go ahead, Cass," or "Go ahead, Bosing."
Okay, right. So there's one over there,
Oh
one over
my
there,
God,
and one
fucking-
over there.
I
Got
fucking knew it.
Oh my god.
I was expecting a
Nah.
finger guns joke, but I wasn't disappointed
Nah.
either way.
I wouldn't do that shit, man. Like,
So
quite
yeah,
clearly, it's a trap. So like, I don't know. Like, I guess I point towards the chicken coop as if like I'll go that way.
yeah, so you try to be quiet about it, and then Bosingba like loudly announces the location of the three targets.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe when your well-laid plans are disrupted by someone
Yeah.
else, you gain inspiration.
Yay! Thanks,
Uh,
Bosing.
so
You're
good for
welcome,
you.
Mama.
But yeah, given the situation,
Oh,
we'll go ahead
Oh.
and just roll initiative
No.
to see who gets the drop here.
well,
Hmm.
I wanted to do something first.
What do you want to do?
I want to use Vicious Mockery.
On whom?
That's on. Oh, that's a good. Do I need to pick one specific target?
Yeah.
Does it have to specifically be a target, or can I do it in the direction I know there is a target?
Let's look at the videotape.
Well, post a spell card. It should say that.
Daddy would
I think-
do this thing.
Yeah, I think vicious mockery is you have to see them.
A target creature you can see. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So
that's
they're still a little hidden. So we'll just go ahead and
fine. Roll initiative.
yeah.
With a giant face palm.
You're welcome.
Whoops.
Oh
Need
no!
the-
Valid token was selected. Shit.
Nice.
I'll change mine to what the first one
Do I
was.
have to click on my thing first?
Yeah, you got to click on your token first, but you can just change it afterwards.
Oh. I liked my other one better.
Yeah,
So
so
you
just
can
click
take-
on the 5
Yeah.
and you can change it.
Okay, and somehow I got like doubles for people in here, so probably because I didn't clear it last time. What was your appropriate initiative? Is it 714?
What now?
Oh, I was looking at Cass's because I've been
7.14, yeah.
okay. And then yours.
I'm out
should-
of the turn order now. What the hell?
Hang on, let me. Okay, I'm just gonna clear the remove all turns and then let's try this again.
So
Because I apparently had turn orders in from last time, and so it was doubling you all up.
okay, right. So I'll roll mine and then put my initial roll in, which was 7.14.
Yeah. That's really what I needed to have happen.
So 7. Okay. And then Shanks roll initiative and then change it to if you've rolled already.
Aye, mine was
How?
13 point. I don't know how to change it though.
Just click on it. Just click on the number and it'll turn yellow, and then you can press delete and type it in.
Oh right. So
Doesn't change for me when I click it.
You have to click on your token first, Siani.
oh right, shit.
Nope, still not going yellow.
Oh, that's because you're not actually in the turn order. You have to re-roll your initiative.
Oh.
There you go. Now you click on it and press delete and then type in your actual thing, which was 15.5 or 16.15.
Tokens did thing rolled. Number still not going yellow.
That's weird.
Okay, what was the number?
16.15.
Okay.
Fuckery.
Indeed.
Right, that was what mine was originally.
Okay, making sure I got everybody. And then sort by descending. So, yeah, you have the drop here, Vert.
Okie dokie.
Hang
What was
on.
it? Where was?
What the fuck?
What?
Hmm.
What the what?
Hang on.
Do you have ghosts in your?
The fuck?
I don't know. I hear pounding in his thing.
I don't know what
These
that
cats
was.
going at it.
Either a
That
crazy
was a
neighbor.
lot of fucking bangs.
Yeah.
Weird.
Where was the third place you said that there was a dude?
There's two homes that they are secreted away in. Basically, it's like if you imagine like a large like square area,
Mhm.
like the and it's oriented like northward. Like one of the creatures is in like a chicken coop that's in the northeast corner.
Mhm.
One of them is clearly hiding inside the house that has like the open back door that is like directly to the north.
Mhm.
And then on the western side of the space, there is another home that has like a broken out window, and there's one that's hiding in there.
Okay. I'm
And
going
then
to
I'm
attempt-
assuming you guys are all kind of at the south end of this area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to attempt to shoot the one that's hiding by the window.
Sure.
Where's my thing? There it is. And before I roll, I'm going to take my inspiration. And I'm going to just give myself straight advantage because that's cool because I'm going to use sharpshooter.
Sure.
Nice.
Damn, son.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
Stop it. I can only get so erect.
Yeah.
God damn.
Didn't even need advantage, but we'll take it. 14 damage.
Right, because sharpshooter.
Yep.
Rad. Okay. So yeah, you how does it look? Do you like crouch down and like take a very like careful shot?
Yeah,
or-
I've actually probably got some grass in my pocket, so I'm gonna like take a little bit of grass out and like sprinkle it to see which way the wind's blowing, and then kind of like lick my
Right.
finger and hold it up, and then just kind of pull the bow back, and then just kind of aim up and then down and a little bit side to side, and just kind of dial it in, and just kind of.
Make sure you hit that VATS
And
button
then you're
so
just
you
gonna
freeze time and
like,
Yeah.
choose head.
then you just go like that,
Uh-huh.
list the bow.
Sure. I
Fire
just,
the
stand
I
up
was,
on the arrow.
I was
Like,
curious only because this dramatic moment is like I was like, you know, you fire the arrow like from your careful shot, and it passes through the broken window into like what is presumably must be a kitchen space on the other side, because like the arrow travels into the darkness, which like the rest of you might not necessarily be close enough to see in through the dark window, but I know you have 120 feet of dark vision.
Yeah.
So you're aware when the arrow like slides carefully like between the eyes of this small demonic being, and like it teeters over backwards on the counter that it's standing on, and then it promptly explodes in
Nice.
like brimstone and a small gout of fire that erupts from the window, and like there's the clatter of like pots and pans and the breaking of dishware.
Mm-hmm.
Um
One.
So that terrible eventuality comes to pass, and I will delete this boy from the initiative order. So, with the explosion, the first arrow loosed, the cackler that was hiding inside of the chicken coop like carefully like squeezes out through like the doorway, and it presents itself for all to see, which, let me find an image for these little bastards. Looks something like these here in the Discord.
Oh, that's not terrifying at all.
Back off, you spooky wee bastards. Fuck.
That's a face only a mother could love.
No,
That's
you
Yeah,
face
so-
on radio.
I don't think even Hillary would love those.
Hold on, I
Right.
just got back. Oh, he's actually kind of cute.
Oh, I was wrong.
What kind of death rates do we give this? Like, just fucking throw it in the dump and be done? Fuck.
I should have known better
There's
because
nothing left to be
she
exploded.
she's the girl who thinks goobos are cute.
Goobos
Alright.
are the most fucking adorable thing ever.
I mean,
No.
Goobos are kind of cute.
All right, so Cass is 1, Bo is 2, Hillary you'll be 3, and Avisa you'll be 4. I'm gonna roll me a d4 to see which one it attacks, because you all are kind of standing together at the mouth of this particular like backyard area.
God, who fucking alerted these things like that?
All right, Avisa, if you would, can I get you to make me a wisdom wisdom
wis-
saving. Yeah, wisdom save, please.
Okay, how do I do saves again?
They're the ones right next to the big boxes on the left. They're the smaller ones that says saving throws, and you just click on wisdom.
Under your proficiency bonus. At the bottom it should show
Oh,
saving throws
okay.
in the little box.
Oof.
Oh,
Well,
That fucking
okay.
that
What is
You-
with all these
you are-
20s?
perfectly fine. Give me 1 second. Someone's at my door.
It's a cackler, don't do it. It's fucking bait.
Had to run off another one of those children that wants to know if I want my yard mowed.
So you go, no!
No, I'll do it myself. So yeah, the creature emerges from its hiding place, and it points a finger at you, and it says something in a language that you probably don't understand because I don't think you speak Infernal.
Hillary is the
I
only one who
lost.
speaks Infernal.
I speak Infernal.
For those of you for those of you that do speak Infernal, it's like an incredibly like blue like joke that it's trying to tell. And you feel this kind of like pang in the back of your mind, like you don't understand it, but it should be incredibly funny. But you do not find yourself overcome with fits of hilarious laughter that would drop you to the ground incapacitated. And that is what it does for its turn. So you had someone try to cast a whammy on you. What are you gonna do in response, Siani?
Okay. How tall is this thing?
They are
Smaller than a
small,
halfling.
so probably around about the size of the halfling, maybe a little shorter.
So, not appreciating the whammy at all. Terrible humor, really.
Yeah.
Fucking swing my quarterstaff at that thing's head like it's a golf club.
All right. So you run up there and you go to
Or-
give it a bonk.
Go right to hell.
Do not pass go.
Go back to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
And
Oof.
I knew it had to come.
You
Yeah,
still have, hang on, you still have your inspiration, don't you?
Yeah, you could spend an inspiration to re-roll if you would like.
Sure, why not?
Give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Hey, that'll hit. So if you just click on where it says quarterstaff two-handed in the chat there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you give it a good like bonking with your quarterstaff and
Lewd.
like it is lewd. Yeah, you like swing in with the quarterstaff in both hands and you kind of like catch it in the side of the face and it like you get that it's the no sell from wrestling where it's like you hit it pretty solidly and like the head like turns a little bit with the blow and then it turns back and just like looks at you with its two like beady eyes just boring into you and it just laughs in your face.
I have a bonus action, right?
Yes.
Can I try and like kick it to knock it off balance as I'm within that distance?
I mean, sure. Like try give me an athletics check. Let's see if you can like give it a little teetery shove.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, like you lash out with your foot to kick it because it's laughing at you, and it just like does this little like gestury backflip over your foot, and then just like laughs again.
I don't like these things.
Bo Sing Ba, something more obnoxious than you has arrived.
I don't like it. Like it's taking my fucking job. Like,
Oh,
I'd run up. So, Avisa was attacking the one in the chicken coop, right?
Yeah, she attacked the one that emerged from the chicken coop. There's still the one that's like hiding to the north.
I guess I would run up and start attacking the one she was going to attack. Cause I did say I was going to go for that one.
Yeah. So team up on
Yeah.
the chicken cooper.
Yeah. So like I run up to its like side while it's busy laughing at her, and I attack with my quarterstaff first.
One sec. Chicken Cooper is not too good not to put into the ABCs.
Attack the chicken cooper. Yeah, you definitely hit it. All right. So again, you give him a good like hit with the quarterstaff, but it doesn't seem like it's taking a lot of damage. Like you've definitely like hit it, but
Yeah,
it like
it's
it
still
just kind of
it's like barely feeling it. It's like
yeah.
So I've still got an unarmed strike I can do as a bonus action, right?
Yeah, you can still bonus action for another hit because you are monk.
Whew.
That also hits. So yeah, it's just like wham, wham, and like it's like dodging and kind of like flipping around and trying to get out of the way of your hits, but you're still managing to connect with it. But every hit
It's just like
just
glancing blows. Like,
doesn't seem like it's doing enough, right? And it just
Yeah.
continues just insufferably laughing the entire time.
grind my teeth, and I must agree with you. I do not like this little fucking guy.
Lucina.
Alright. We're going to attack the one by the chicken coop. And we're going to cast Sacred Flame on it.
All right, what's the save DC?
That would be a 13 dex.
All right. Unfortunately, your black and reddish sacred flame like lances out towards the creature, and it like does this like really wide like squatting duck, and the sacred flame like arches over its head, and then it continues to cackle.
Mm.
Same though.
Okay.
These guys are little shitheads.
Well, that's all I can do at the moment.
Ray, it is your turn.
Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to do this.
You gonna viciously mock? Oh no, you're gonna sleep. Okay, so you're gonna try to cover this guy and the one that's in the house, I presume.
Oh, it's an AoE?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
sleep does a like what you've rolled there is 21 hit points worth of creatures fall asleep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like sleep is much more powerful in actuality than it comes off in Baldur's Gate 3. So if you want to reverse course on that, like by all means, because there's a possibility that you might actually put Bod asleep.
I'd be doing us a favor, I'm doing it.
Ha!
Okay.
Welcome.
Let's see here. So 3, 4. Yeah. So 3 hit points puts the cackler demon that you've been fighting actively to sleep. So it like kind of does that spin in place and then drop to the ground. 9 hit points, then it hits Bosing Ba, and he spins in place and drops to the ground.
Just before I fall asleep, fucking bad. Nah.
Nice.
Let's see here. So 9.
God damn.
Unfortunately,
God.
that does not leave enough hit points left to put anyone else to sleep.
As long as we got that little cunt, that's all that matters.
So yeah,
What we're talking about the fucking cackler.
So yeah, like that. What does it look like when you cast your sleep spell? Is this like, are you playing a lullaby on your violin? Do you just like
I
command
I-
them to sleep?
I pull out the scroll and put it hold it in my left hand while I put my flute in my mouth with the right, using just my fingers to play while looking at the notes on the spell, just like. Or if you want to go really cool.
There you go.
Right. So you play the sleep with your flute while reading the scroll. The scroll is like consumed in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and Bosing Ba falls asleep. The demon that you guys have been fighting falls asleep. The remaining cackler demon who was hiding in that house at the north end of the yard area, like realizing that the
Hang on.
jig is up.
Hang on.
Hmm.
I still have a bonus action, right?
You do have a bonus.
Yoink.
You got
I'm
a
gonna
bardic. Who are you gonna bardic inspire?
I'm gonna bardic inspire Viet.
All right.
Nice.
So yeah, the third as of yet undamaged demon like hops out of like the back door of the house from which it was hiding, and it looks around and it sees that like one of its number has fallen asleep, and it knows that the other one exploded, so it like points at you, who have most recently cast a spell, Ray, and like a tiny mote of fire like appears just like floating just like an inch from its like fingertip, and from that little bead of flame lances forth like a whole bolt of fire.
Oofed.
You described it as a bead, and I was so fucking scared.
No, it's not a fireball. Thank
Oh
God.
my god.
The
Listen,
beat just continues to grow, and in the distance you hear the cackler go, explosion!
Does a 14 hit your armor class?
It does.
All right.
Rip.
Okay.
Because I
Let
only have
me-
13.
You take 6 points of fire damage as the fire bolt lances across the intervening space and catches you in the shoulder.
Not the shoulder again! Oh god. It's bad enough the halfling holding on.
Yeah, we're gonna ruin your
I chuckle
shoulders
in my
there,
sleep.
bud.
Hey,
Vert,
at
it's
least-
back to you at the top of the order.
at least we're not playing with grievous wounds rules.
Right.
All right, so I feel great. You know, I don't know what Ray did, but now I'm like hyper focused on this fiend that just blew up Ray's shoulder. So I am gonna again sharpshooter him because I'm like in the zone.
Really
In
the
hydrate
zone.
that.
everybody.
That is a 15 to hit.
You definitely hit.
14 damage.
How's
Yeah.
Right in his fucking eye.
How's it 14?
You're
18 plus 2 from your inspiration minus 5 for sharpshooter.
yeah. Because
Oh.
he has a feat where he can take -5 to his attack rolls to do +10 damage.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit.
So you do, and you were shooting the one that fire bolted Ray, yes.
Yes, because he's
So-
awake.
So yeah, the arrow like again like flies from your sniper's perch and buries itself into the cackler demon like right in the eye, and again like the creature like makes this incredibly surprised face
Mhm.
because like I'm assuming you're using like the silver arrows or are you using the regular.
No, I'm just
arrows?
using regular arrows.
Okay.
Do you want me to use do I need to use silver arrows?
I'm just questioning whether or not because I know
don't-
like
I don't
You
know
did-
exactly what silver arrows do.
so the silver arrows overcome
Magic resistance.
the damage reduction, right? So
Would I know to use silver arrows against fiends?
I think you would, like, being that you are a fiend hunter, you would know that
Okay.
like fiends are resistant to non-magical damage from attacks that don't come from silver plated weapons.
Okay, then I will take 2 arrows out of my thing.
Yeah. And so yeah, you like its eyes widen because you shot it with silver, so it overcame its natural like resistances, and
Mhm.
like and then it just like in its surprise, like the other one, kind of like teeters over backwards and then explodes like a Power Rangers villain,
Oh my god.
and like
And-
sets the ground immediately around where its corpse was a moment ago on fire in this small little fireball explosion as it dies.
Oh my goodness. And I'm whatever song Ray was playing, I'm now kind of humming, right? And just
like fucking headbanging to flute music.
It's
This fucking
clearly
death metal flute fucking solo.
a death metal flute solo of Go Go Power Rangers.
Hillary, find it!
That was a way to say Hillary, find it!
That one's
Oh.
gonna be tough.
Go Go Power Rangers. Okay, so the creature that was slept, starting with the creature that has the lowest hit points, each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious. A creature's hit point. Yeah. Okay. So apparently it just stays asleep until someone hits it or does something to it. So that demon just continues to snooze. So Siani, the demon who has been laughing at you the entire time, who
The
was
demons.
forced into a
Demon.
sleep, is just like laying on the ground, and like I imagine that its snore is in some way also an obnoxious laugh.
It's
Twitching
actually like Little Nicky.
fucking. Aye,
Yeah.
the dog at Little Nicky. Na, na, na,
Okay.
na, na.
Well, seeing as Sayani has just witnessed two of them explode,
Yes.
he's now a little bit concerned about what this one will do when it freaking dies, so she's gonna back up a good 10 feet.
Right.
And
Right, aye, fuck me, right? God.
ice knife on it.
I'm sorry. What was that?
And use ice knife.
Sure. Okay. I believe that's a roll to
Because-
hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Hit or miss the shard that explodes. Okay, so you form like the shard of ice in your hands and you hurl it forward. And like actually, you know what? He's asleep. I don't give a shit. You definitely hit a sleeping target because it's ridiculous that you wouldn't.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll the d10.
So
Top left on the dice thing.
This is going to be even funnier. Right.
Guess all
So
together.
you do enough damage, like the ice knife embeds itself into the sleeping cackler demon, which so two things happen, and they're probably gonna have to pick your ass up again.
Oh, I'm starting to see a pattern.
Oh my
I don't
god.
like it.
Oh my god,
Because
Hillary, you
hit
found it. Holy shit.
Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. So because you are asleep, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Shanks, at disadvantage.
Alright.
Unfortunately, yeah, you're gonna take. Avisa, can you roll 2d6 for me?
okay.
Oh my god, I can't believe you found that. What the fuck?
Okay, so you take 3 points of damage as the ice knife explodes and chilly shards of ice embed themselves into your skin, which thankfully wakes you up. So I won't make you make a second dexterity saving throw disadvantage. It's just going to be regular as the demon explodes.
I wake up, shards ice me. What the actual fuck, guys?
Okay. Okay, and so you are able to roll out of the way of the third one as it explodes.
So how do
taking
how do I take 3 damage? Just change the cut hit points on my thing.
You can change
Yeah,
it on your
if-
portrait, or you can change it on the.
Ah, right, there we go.
yeah. So
So I managed to roll out the way of the demon exploding, basically.
yeah, you manage you don't avoid the ice knife bursting next to you, but it wakes you up, so you're able to like roll away as like the demon's body like
Aye, so like I
swells
wake up
and
with
then
ice in me,
pops.
like what the fuck? I see this thing like kind of swelling up as if it's just about to fucking blow, and then manage to like get the fuck out.
Yeah, you just kind of like barrel roll away from it.
So.
I give the stink eye to fucking Ray. Like this is your fault, Bard.
So, what was that,
Fucking
Visa?
Bard.
Nothing.
No, just like I'm holding my shoulder, walking up to him, and I'm just like, and I just sort of pat him on the head with my hand, scuffing his hair, like, lay off the drink, man. Fuck you know.
Do a barrel roll. But yeah, so you vanquish the 3 little fiends that were hiding back here. Bit of excitement, but following all of this, like everything kind of like returns back to, I mean, well, as calm as it can be given the situation that you find yourselves in. But like a moment or two passes, and it seems like there are no more creatures coming to investigate the situation.
Mhm.
I think if you do, Are you going to go looking to see if there was actually like a person here, or have you kind of just determined that it was a trap?
I mean, fucking Ray was the one that charged in. I just
Yeah,
don't want
well,
to back before it.
I need to
Like,
have a hunt around and see if they're still here, because according to my my flaws, I am a sucker for a pretty face.
Ah, yes. Well, it doesn't take you terribly long as
Oh.
you
Hang on, but before that
Hmm.
though, I'm probably gonna use that potion I've got.
give yourself. It does like
2d4 plus 4.
I believe that's correct.
Okay. So roll 2d4. So 8 hit. I'm back to full health basically.
Or 2d4 plus 2, but yeah. So
Oh, 2d4 plus 2.
So I need a 6 to get.
yeah, so you give yourself a little drink. You wander around the area. It doesn't take particularly long. You actually, in fact, you poke your head in through that back door that the last one like emerged from and shot you with the firebolt, and like standing or not standing, but laying on the floor of the kitchen, like with a large like hole or just like a terrible like burn like scorched into like their stomach like through the dress that they were wearing is like what appears to be like a young woman who was attacked by these demons and succumbed to her injuries.
I
oh,
take a moment to feel kind of sad. It reminds me of the incident.
Right.
Yeah.
Vert, if you would like to make an arcana or survival check,
Yeah.
you might know something about this.
Sure. Give me a second. Was trying to show these guys that you
Oh
can
no,
do
I know.
multiple
I know.
rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just being lazy.
Survival?
Yeah, I figure it's like it's on brand for your character.
Yeah.
So yeah, you rack your brain for a creature like this as
Mhm.
Ray is kind of like poking around, and like maybe you can at least like let him know that like in a way this isn't necessarily a matter of you being too late, right? Like
Mhm.
this woman has been dead for a while. The voice that you heard, like these creatures have the ability to perfectly mimic any voice they have already heard.
Okay. Then I will just walk up to Ray and kind of put a hand on his shoulder and just say,
Bad
There.
luck, I guess.
no, actually. Yes, that would have been funny, but no. There's nothing you could have done. She probably died in the initial attack. These creatures were just using her voice.
Man,
Bad luck, I guess.
the maiden abyss is real here. Fuck.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to just collect my thoughts and I assume everyone's around here, right?
Yeah, Lucina's probably gonna come and put a hand on your shoulder and just kind of
I
hang
was
out there
going to
with you
say.
for a minute.
That was the way to say
there,
it.
there. Would you like a cup of tea, father?
You're literally Mrs. Doyle.
Who is Mrs. Doyle?
Go on. Go on.
Father Ted. It's probably something you wouldn't have seen before, but I highly recommend you look it up and watch it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just relax and let you do your rites, because I know how important they are to you and your god.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the matter of like, you know, saying the blessings and the prayers and like a full burial in this case is going to be difficult. You might have to come back
Yeah, well, we may not be able to come back. We don't
Yeah,
know.
or you may not be able to, but at the very least, you've done what needs doing in as much as you've like committed her soul to Kelimvor and his
Yeah.
judgment. Yes.
And
I figured what I could do is like find a sheet or something from one of the houses and wrap her up and put her in the wagon.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
an option, yeah. And I give you, after collecting my thoughts, give you thanks and say, well, at least she's on our way to the right place now, and that's the main thing.
Yes.
I asked the question if I should pull these ice shards out or just leave them in. Like, at this
I
point,
mean,
I'm
they'll
pretty
thaw
happy.
eventually.
Ah, that's cool.
Plus, you can use them if you find alcohol later to chill your drink.
Fuck. That's a great idea.
Fuck, you're right. These blood ice cubes will make really
Li-
great.
Listen, I'm a ranger. You can't waste good resources like that.
What an absolute Bloody Mary.
I'm about to invent a fucking drink, man. Like, these motherfuckers don't even know.
So yeah, you take a little bit of time to like kind of like treat the body and put her in the wagon, and then you get back on the way. It doesn't take very long from where you had kind of sidetracked yourself to reach. And in fact, you know what? I'm not even going to make you make a perception check for this, but you might find yourself wanting to hurry along a little bit, because as you make your way through the town, the closer you get, you realize that there is one particular column of smoke that has grown a bit larger in the time since like you left the cart and came back. And as you're headed in that direction, you realize that that column of smoke is coming from the direction that you are headed.
Yeah! Go, donkeys! Faster, faster!
Hi-ho, Silver!
Hi ho, Silva!
Hi ho, Shiva. No, like but yeah. So you want to make me a vehicle check with advantage there?
Yeah, I can do as soon as I can find it.
There is no vehicle check
Land.
It's
inside
under
me.
it's under his other proficiencies.
Yeah, I have
Or it
land
should be.
vehicle. I'm clicking it does not roll it for me. So
Hang on. Let me.
You'll have to find what dice to throw for it then, I guess.
It's probably just a 1d20
it should
plus
go
proficiency.
under. It should go under tools.
okay. So what have I got to
Yeah.
roll for it anyway?
Just give me. It would be 1d20 plus like say dexterity plus proficiency bonus. So it would be 1d20 plus 4, and you have advantage. So
Oh, sorry, my bad.
slash
I know, I
roll.
know. Typing is hard when I have a cat on my lap and I'm falling off my chair.
Yeah.
There we
You
go.
can also just do the
Ooh.
dice roller, and you can say, you can double click the dice roller, right?
Yeah.
And it'll open up a little thing for you, and you can just type it in there.
Cool. Well, I don't think the advantage is particularly necessary, though. Like, this is probably as much about like Vert helping as your own ability to like pilot a ground vehicle. You're able to like dodge like the fallen debris and like the cracks in the road, and you don't wind up like bouncing the cart enough to like throw people out of the back
Or the body that's lying there.
or the body.
Oh god, flying corpse.
You don't bounce the halfling or the body out the cart. Like,
The house of flying corpses. But yeah, and so you pull up, you know, in a flurry of like activity and motion, and like come to a halt outside of this building, the Fabled Fawn, which is like a 2-story inn with like a separate like barn slash stable that's like off to one side, and like two things are immediately apparent as you, well, actually 3 things are immediately apparent as you arrive. The second story of the inn is on fire.
Oh, delightful.
The barn is on fire, and you can hear the sound of like panicking horses that are trapped inside the barn.
Oh, now. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Siani. I'm sure you're just as anxious as I am.
And the
Yes.
third thing is you see a handful of creatures that are gathered outside the inn, and like indications of like movement inside the inn. And let me see if I can find the appropriate token to show you what these little bastards look like. They look like this boy.
What the fuck?
Oh god, that's horrifying.
That's not cute.
Yeah.
That is
So
not
there-
Nigel.
Looks
Boo.
like boasting ball with it in a hair.
My
Fuck.
god.
It's horrifying.
There's like 3 or 4 of them that are like kind of gathered around like in the space in front of the inn and on the porch, and it looks like they after the inn caught fire, they have like battered down the front door and are headed inside, and you actually hear the sound of a woman screaming from inside the inn, and you hear the sound of panicking horses coming from inside the stables.
Well, considering we've just already had one dead body after a woman died, Ray is not going to waste any time and just try and see if he can get past them to get inside. Try and maybe sneak past. I'm not sure.
Lucina going full Marie Kondo. That does not spark joy.
Right, hang on.
Yep.
Let me think about this. So we've got how many of them out front?
There's 4 of them. There's 2 that are kind of like standing, like if you imagine like there's like sort of a porch that has like steps
Yeah.
like up to it. There's 2 that are standing like on the ground, like just off the porch. And then there's one that's standing on the porch off to the side of the door, and like a 4th one that's like making its way inside, and then like you can clearly see through the windows that there are more creatures that are inside as well, and you
Oh.
hear the sound of someone screaming, and you hear like somebody who's like clearly like banging like something metal against something else coming from inside as well.
I'm going to roll perception to see if we can find another way in.
Sure.
It's too much smoke and debris. I can't really make it out properly.
Can
So-
I try rolling perception?
Yes. Yeah, so I mean obviously like the main door is kind of a no-go unless you want to fight your way through these creatures. You could probably try to burst your way through one of the windows if you wanted to just like get in there quickly and you weren't concerned about like making an entrance. And like stealth is going to be kind of like a difficult proposition in this situation because stealth generally takes time and the building is literally on fire.
Yeah.
Out of time for stealth.
Odds are good. I think this is as much like a perception thing as just like a common sense thing for your sake, Lucina. There's probably a back door. You might be able, like, that they would bring in like food supplies or whatever that leads into the kitchen. You might be able to make your way around the side of the building and go in that way.
So
Yeah, let's try that.
hi, before you.
Like, I mean, there's somebody in there like screaming, like fucking.
before you
Is
do
there
that-
any way we could like try to take fucking attention of these
Well,
guys? And
that's
maybe
what
drag
I was
them
gonna
out?
say. Is Ray?
Like maybe somebody has go around the back or what? and
Ray turns to
someone
everyone and
has
goes,
to-
"You guys can take care of the people inside, right?"
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna use vicious mockery on one of them at the front door now that I can finally fucking do it and jump off the cart.
You're throwing out like mad insults.
Yep. You know, for a 1d4, I'm happy with a 3.
I mean that's fair. Let me.
Range 60 feet. A single creature that can hear. Oh, a creature you can see and that can hear you within range. So I can only do it
Yeah.
on one, but.
It can definitely see and hear you. are you going for the one that's like in the door, or are you just gonna get one that's on the ground? Like, because like no matter
One near
what
the
happens.
door would be best because then
Okay.
Yeah.
we free up the space.
So yeah, you go after the one that's standing in the doorway.
So,
Then
I jump off and I just go, "Hi, you, the one with a face only a fucking undead could love."
of course.
Oh, you, Laviheed, here.
It has disadvantage on its next roll, and it takes
Right. So
3 damage.
yeah, it turns. Like the one in the door like turns and like it makes this like pained expression that lets you know that like whatever you're doing is having an effect on it. And like it's like, ah, yes, like food or a target. Like it makes this like terrible like screeching sound, like gutturally from like deep in its throat, and it moves to like surge towards you. And the other four, or the other three that are outside with it, like obviously they also hear you shouting, so all of them like turn towards the group of you with like intent in their eyes, right? Like this is about like finding something to kill and consume. They don't particularly care
Mm-hmm.
like what it is, if it's you or the people inside. So, I guess we'll do that initiative thing again. Just to determine
Oh,
what
boy.
order people are acting in.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Here we go, killing again.
Oh my god, that roll though. Fuck hell.
I've been rolling really good at initiatives.
Oof.
-2.
Hang on, I need to roll that again because I didn't have myself clicked.
That is the 3rd time I have rolled a 10 on initiative
Hmm.
in a
Better
row.
than a 6 though. Fuck.
I mean, I rolled a 4.
-2 on initiative.
Hang on, please.
I mean, I don't think I could go negative, so I'm just gonna set it as a 0.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, how does that even happen?
Because they've got really bad decks, like
Hmm.
really bad. You know what? Fuck it. You're a -2. You're a fucking Charlie.
Oh my god. You can you can never
you missed
go.
this turn. Like,
You-
you missed this turn. You get to go the next round. Fuck.
Yep.
One sec.
So yeah, you are presented. I'm just gonna put these 4 tokens out here so I can keep track of them. You are presented with these 4 terrible little gribbly beasts, and Vert, once again, you are at the top.
All right. I'm kind of in the same boat as Ray, but for the others, I can't be bothered to sharpshooter, so I'm just gonna take I'm gonna be jumping out of the wagon, shooting at, let's call it the first one.
Wait, we
Right,
forgot to
and-
take something into account. Now nobody can control the wagon.
Oh my god.
I mean, I believe that you brought the
we would
wagon.
have
to a
probably
stop.
pulled up as soon as we seen them fucking
Yeah.
at the porch.
Yeah,
I
I
doubt
will.
we'd have kept charging forward like fucking hi ho silver.
I believe you should be able to see those health bars as well.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, we can.
So I'm just gonna take a shot at the first one as I'm jumping out of the cart and running towards the barn.
All right.
9.
You're picking just any target and
Yeah,
firing.
the first one.
Okay.
First one I see.
Yeah. 9 still hits.
Wow, holy shit.
I mean,
They
these
have
things are just
really,
like flesh,
really bad
flesh
decks.
and instinct.
Yeah.
5 damage, and I am rushing over to the barn to try and pull it open.
All right. So it's fairly like you leap out of the cart, you take your shot, and then you make your way over to the barn. Like interact with an object, I believe, is an action, so you'll have to do that on your next turn, but you'll be
Yeah.
in position to do so.
Yep.
So that's cool. Ray, you have pulled aggro, as it were.
I am the tank now. Well, I guess there's only one thing I can do, and that is Thunder Wave.
Thunder wave! You're gonna run up to the two nearest targets and like blah.
Well, it depends on how close they all are.
I mean, there's two that are standing fairly close to each other that were standing on the ground, and then the two that are on the porch are kind of like close to each other, but there's enough of a gap between the two discrete groups that you're not going to be able to catch all four of them.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go for the group that are on the porch and try and knock them off the porch to the rest of them.
Okay, so you kind of make a wide arc to like run past the two that are in the yard and like hop over the railing, and then you're just like blah.
Yeah, let's have a look and see what happens.
I'm imagining he just like pelvic thrusts the thunder wave.
Power slides in through the fucking porch like.
Oh my god, hold
For
on.
some reason, I just thought of Save the King.
So these two
For the
over
king.
here, like on the left side,
Like-
those are the ones on the ground. The two to the right are the ones on the porch.
Yeah, the fucking power sliding bards.
Yes.
Dexterity saving throw for each of them. Or no, it's con, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're slightly better at con, but not by much.
Hold on, I've got to find this now.
Okay. So yes, and you did 13 points of damage. I believe Thunder Wave is saved for half.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, the one that was standing in the doorway that you had already vicious mockeried, like it takes enough damage and is like lifted off of its feet and flung off of the porch where it lands on the ground and promptly like
I didn't mean to do that, sorry.
expires. No, that's fine. I like having the spell card there.
I didn't actually mean to do that. I have a question about Roll20.
Yes.
How do I track how many spells I've got for the day?
Okay, so on your second page of your character sheet,
The spell page?
yeah, so you see where it says slots total and slots remaining?
Yeah.
Like you can tab that up and tab that down.
Okay, so in that case,
So you would be you cast a thunder wave last session and then you cast one this session and you haven't had a long rest yet, so you would be out of.
Yeah, so I'm okay. That makes sense, right? Thank you.
Yeah.
I was doing it right.
Cass, look at the video.
Hang on.
Please, it's important.
It's important.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, he pelvic thrusts the fucking death beam. Okay.
Anyway, right. Okay. So I cast.
And then the
I
other one doesn't like because it's 2d8 thunder damage and they're pushed 10 feet if they're successful they're not moved and they take half damage. So one of them is flung bodily off of the porch, lands on the ground, and promptly expires. The other one takes a fairly significant amount of damage, but is able to keep itself from being shoved about. But clearly you are now its focus.
Okay,
Yes, like
so
that seems like fair.
bonus. Hang on, let me see what I can do for my bonus.
You want to drop that bonus action? You could bardic inspiration someone if you wanted.
I could. You are correct. I have 3 left. So I will, as an act of I'm sorry, bardic inspire the boasting ball.
Help out your buddy. Okay, so I know, Vert, you got out and immediately ran over towards the barn. Ray, you are clearly out of the cart. Did anybody else get out of the wagon, or is everyone else still in the wagon at this point? I just kind of want to understand what the framing is before I start moving people around in the fictional space.
I would have definitely gotten out.
I would have
and
jumped
got
out of the
ready
wagon,
for-
but I don't think I would have moved yet because, like,
Okay.
basically jumped out of the wagon, then initiative would have happened, and then like shit would
Yeah.
have went down.
Okay.
Okay, so
Hang on.
Hold on,
What
Avisa
did
was saying something. Yeah.
I was saying I would have definitely got out of the wagon and
Okay.
prepared myself for the hell that was going next.
Sure.
Probably
Okay.
would have done what Baird was doing if he hadn't done it first.
Okay.
Hey, I'll take the help.
Okay.
Okay. So given the situation, then like obviously the next one in the initiative order is the one that Vert shot. So it is going to surge towards him, and like it's literally, like I said, it's just their meat and instinct and just these ugly faces with these gnarled expressions, and like they don't even really have claws, they just have these like very like malformed like meaty hands, and it comes at you swinging its fists, uh
Windmill
and a
style.
4 does not hit you.
No. Fucking can't be
Has
bothered with
anyone-
this right now. There are
Has
horses
anyone
in
seen
danger.
Zombieland 2? There's basically like a group of 4 homers, like fuck.
Yeah,
God.
and then like another one is going to surge towards Bo Sing Ba because you're about the same size as it.
What?
Uh,
I'll probably cough it here, like just saying.
does a 14 hit you?
No, it does not.
Then yes, you are able to like deftly maneuver out of the way as another windmilling
How
lemure
the
comes
fuck does
towards
that
you.
fat cunt deftly maneuver?
And muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank.
It's true.
Reckless and wild, he pours through the turns.
Lucina, save us.
Well, I am on my way trying to get into the house so I can save
Sure.
people potentially inside.
So
Yeah.
the porch is clear.
Right, I will try and run through the front door then.
All right. You run like you've jumped out of the cart. You run across the yard. You're able to like dodge. Like, well, actually, the other two that were on the ground, they've found other targets, so they're not even paying attention to you. The doorway was cleared out, and the remaining guy on the porch has someone much more interesting. So you're able to like make your way through the shattered like remains of the front door and into the tap room that takes up most of the ground floor of this tavern. And inside, you find a situation where there are upended tables, there are broken chairs, like tankards are scattered about. There are like clear like splotches of blood here and there, like definitely like a fair amount of struggle has gone on. And you hear the sound of this woman like continuing to scream coming from the door that separates like the kitchen from the front of house, that is like set kind of in like the back bar. Basically, like you've got the bar, and then behind that there's like where all the drink racks are, and then off to one side there's a door that leads into the kitchen. um and there is like almost like a diner like pass through window, which I know is kind of anachronistic, but it works for my purposes. And like the woman that's screaming is clearly holding the door shut because there's another one of these little meat boys that's like slamming on the door trying to get in.
Meaty boys!
And there's another one that's climbed up on the back bar and is trying to like get through the pass-through window to the kitchen, and you can see there's someone who looks like an elf who's got a frying pan that is just like repeatedly like slamming them in the head, trying to keep them from getting through the window. And then there's another 3 that are just kind of like milling about uh on the dining room floor, like one of them is like down on all fours, like literally licking the blood up from the floor, and there's another one that's in the process of like gluttonously shoving what appears to be part of a human leg into its mouth.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Gross.
That's nasty.
It's nasty.
Oh, that's nasty.
Alright,
No.
So in the realm of inside the bar, we've got 5 more of our little friends.
Am I able to use an action when I get in there? Or no.
Yeah. You just used your move to get inside, so you still have your action.
Okay. I am going to cast Bane. It can hit up to 3 creatures that I can see in range, so I would like to do the one trying to get in through the delivery window,
Yep.
the one attacking the door,
Okay.
and then the next closest one to the kitchen door.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you like what does your Bane spell look like? Is it similar to your Sacred Flame, or does it have its own kind of unique appearance?
It would probably be similar to Sacred Flame, but it would like go to the first target and then ping off of that one onto the next, and then so on.
Right. And then like maybe like leaves them kind of marked with like a tongue of flame that shows your god's disfavor.
Yeah.
Rad.
Awesome.
All right, Bo Sing Ba. The cleric like ran inside, and then like you like I'm pretty sure Bane has like verbal components, so you probably heard her chanting some like religious mumbo jumbo. But you've got a guy in your face.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got like one in my face right now, really, don't I?
Yeah.
Like one ran over to me and like try to fucking hit me and shit. So I guess I'll just like try to take him out. So like I'll hit him with a quarterstaff.
Yeah, that hits.
And then can I use my inspiration to do the unarmed strike with advantage?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Use the bardic inspiration if you want.
Oh yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll use the bardic inspiration.
Yeah, so that'll add a d6 to your roll.
So what, they just roll normal and then add a d6 there or what?
Yeah, just
Yep.
like
Roll to hit, and if you hit it, roll a. Yeah. So then you click
Yeah.
on Armed Strike and then roll 1d6 and then add it to the damage.
So click unarmed strike and then add a 1d6 to that.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Whoa.
So 11 damage.
all right. Yeah, so
Damn.
you
Fucking Bruce
you
Lee-ing
actually
it up.
like yeah, like you really do. Like you basically like you whack him with the quarterstaff and then you come back through with the unarmed strike and you actually dispatch this creature in one round of
All-
combat.
All people hear is just this massive smack and Waka!
And they just like
Just want to throw out there, this is the first thing that Bosing Baw has killed.
no, he
Wow.
killed the cult leader.
Salty as
I'm pretty sure that was the druid.
I mean, he last hit the cult leader.
Listen, right? Just because I sniped it, still my fucking kill. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, you get the Bruce Lee like what the
Aye, they
sound
sort
of like
fuck this
wet
thing up, right? Yeah.
wet meat smacking the ground.
I guess I'll use like my. So I've still got movement for this turn, right?
Yeah, you still have a move action.
So I'll move in like because I've obviously heard shit going off inside and I see the cleric standing there herself. So I'll head over that way and like just basically as close as I can get to her and try to back
Yeah,
her up.
so you pump those halfling legs and like you
Yeah,
don't
like sit there like fucking breathing and I've got a heavy sweat on by the time I get to the front door. And
camera
Yeah.
pans in and it's just him bolting and bolting, and then it pans out and you realise he's not going that fast.
he's not gone that.
It's like
he's,
fucking trying his hardest and he's gone like as slow as fuck, as if somebody's walking pace, you know. Like, I'm like, giving it
he's
my all.
not gone that far. You basically like get up on just onto the porch, not even inside. You have to like pause and lean against the railing to breathe heavily, and then you're just like, I'll be there.
The people.
Ugh.
Right,
that's
so
my
that's another one dead.
All right, Siani.
Marcus, which one's
Aye,
doing
right.
to
So
mark one
that's
as dead?
I'm
so
getting
that'll be
there.
that one that yeah. There we go.
I probably should have asked this a while ago, but how the hell do I add this crossbow to my list?
Oh, hang on. I can help you there as well.
Yeah.
Once I grab the right character sheet, that is. Crossbow. I gotta be in the right window for this. I believe it was a light crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I just drag it onto your character sheet, it should. Yeah, you should now see light crossbow as an attack at the bottom of your attacks list.
Yes.
There you go.
So, all right. Despite all that's going on inside and outside, Sonny would be experiencing the similar crisis of conscience as Verd, and that the horses can't really help themselves at all, and she's
Right.
worried about that. So her first attempt would be to head in that direction, but first she's going to take a pot shot with the crossbow at the one remaining that would be on the side where Bosing Ba is.
Sure. Yeah, so
Like,
the
he
one
was
that
the one
actually
that made its way to Vert.
that actually ran over to attack Vert, who's thinking about saving the horses just like you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense that you would fire to back him up.
Yeah, sorry, I got my positions a little confused.
No,
No,
it's all
that's fine.
good.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, like you're over here.
Yeah.
Ish. And then you're kind of over here, and then you're headed that way.
Let's see if my track record with crossbows
Well, I'd be over closer to.
Yeah,
Hillary.
I'm trying to.
is still as terrible as ever.
The curse.
The curse, yeah, the arrow just goes slightly wide, unfortunately.
She missed 3 shots and only hit in her little one shot. Only managed to kill the thing by throwing the goddamn light crossbow at it.
In a fit of rage.
Literally firing the bow.
So I'm just gonna swear because crossbow is obviously not my greatest area, so I'm just gonna take off at a jog following Verd.
Yeah, get up to the barn and make sure that you be there to help when it comes to it.
Mm.
Alright, so the last of the Lemures who's outside, who have not acted yet, who has taken damage from you already, Ray, has turned his attention on you. Does a 13 hit you? I believe we established it did.
It's bang on 13 for my armor class.
Alright, so you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams its meaty fists against you.
That runs at you screaming, Gimme.
It runs at you making the minty noises, and then it hits you with its
Oh,
big
no.
meaty fists.
Not the noises, no.
Wow.
Alright, so once we get back to the top of the initiative, I'm going to roll in for the ones that are inside. Also, I should establish, like, this one's got a Bane on it. This one. And this one.
And you take a status effect. And you take a status effect.
God, they're so bad at initiative.
Good. Fuck.
Just look at the negatives. Alright, and then sort descending again. They're just all like down at the bottom. So yeah, I think Lucina, Ray, Bosingbaugh, all of you are close enough to hear this. Now that they realize that someone has come to help them, mostly because of the spell casting, the woman who was inside who was screaming, you hear first, she's like, "Oh, thank God, someone's come to help us." And then there's a beat, and she's like, "We can hold off here. Go help my husband. He's trapped in the barn." And then, like, there's just the bang, bang of the elf with the frying pan, who continues trying to keep the demon from crawling through the window. And we cut back over to Vert, who is at the doors to the barn. You've had one of these creatures come at you and try to attack you. What do?
Try opening the barn.
You're gonna go ahead and go for the barn
Yeah,
door
go
and
for
not
the
worry about
barn
the
door.
creature yet? Alright.
No, fuck those guys.
Yeah, give me, I guess, like a strength or an athletics check to try to haul the door open, because...
Doesn't matter. They're both 0.
All right.
Hey!
Hey. Either way, it's great. So yeah, you run over there. This thing tries to attack you. You like kind of give it like the snub and ignore it for the moment, and you pull on the doors, and like they're clearly like stuck like by something. Like maybe something has fallen against the doors on the inside. It's hard to say. But you give it one good tug, it doesn't come open immediately, and then you like haul on it with like main strength, I assume, and you finally are able to like rip one of the doors open, and inside like the inside of the barn is on fire as well. Like you have that smell of like burning hay and like embers falling from the upper like hay loft, and you see that there's like a pair of horses that are completely panicked, who are just running around in a circle inside the barn, just like uncertain of what to do, because horses are incredibly stupid.
Yeah, I'm actually, so that was my action. I'm considering a bonus action, but I don't want to spook the horses
Any
more-
further?
any further than they already are. Although I don't know exactly how this works.
Okay.
So, I can't hold a bonus action, can I?
I get, like, what are you trying to do?
I was gonna shift, so that
Oh.
way the monster that I'm literally just ignoring can't take advantage on me.
I feel like in some cases I would say maybe you could, but I think this is kind of an all or nothing. Like either you do or you don't. You know.
Okay. How many monsters are still outside?
There's honestly outside the inn right now. There's just the one that's on you, and there's the one that's like battering Ray on the porch.
Okay.
Most of the enemies are the ones that are left inside at this point.
All right. I will ask Lucina if she can handle the horses. I'm sorry, not Lucina. Kiani.
Yes. Yes, I'll do
All
my
right.
best.
All right. Then I am going to shift and take a defensive stance in front of the one that's in front of the barn.
All right, makes sense. So yeah, you kind of like and your form, like when you change, right? Like, do you increase in height significantly? Like,
I don't know. It just says a more bestial appearance. I would assume. I mean, if you'll allow me, then yeah, definitely.
like yeah,
fucking
like
Hulk
We'll,
out,
we'll- yeah,
like-
we'll go from 6 foot tall to 7 foot tall, maybe.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you, because like the full piece of art you had was like you've got this kind of like deer skull
Mhm.
like vibe, and the antlers and kind of like long arms, and so
Mhm.
yeah, like he's like, can you handle the horses? And you're like, yes. And then suddenly like he grows a foot and his arms lengthen and his antlers get bigger and like the skin peels away from his face.
Mhm.
And
Eyes sink into the sockets.
yeah, and it's like, who's the demon here now? So that's
Don't know
a
about you
wonderful...
guys, but fucking reindeer over there is pretty fucking sus.
Ray,
Yeah,
it's
and the-
your
and the-
turn. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
the I was just gonna say, and the antlers also grow out too. They're probably as
Yeah.
wide as I am tall.
Yeah, so like that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
Here,
that's
here,
horrifying, man.
Here, I'll copy it just in case you guys haven't seen it.
I looked up there, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
fucking
saw it.
quality looking, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ray, you've just been battered by a low budget minty.
A
Yeah.
small fucking fleshy minty. Minty even.
Sure, it's
Minty,
not.
no.
Sure, it's not a baby chariot.
Fucking goddamn it.
Right. Okay.
And I get 1 temporary hit point.
Hey.
Yeah.
Temp HP.
So,
Oh, wait!
I guess I'm gonna take my rapier
3.
out and stab it.
Dab a bitch.
Gravity.
14. No, 10. Sorry,
Stab.
10.
Stab a dee, dab a die. Well, you still hit.
Oofed.
Nice.
Ooh.
So I take my sword and I shove it straight down what's supposed to be a fucking face. Right
Yeah.
down. Deep down.
And the point emerges from out the creature's back.
Yeah, choke on it.
Choke on my sword. It's a little gross, but you know, you kill it regardless.
And I'm just gonna.
Trying to check which one in the initiative that was so I can delete it. There we go.
And I'll just pull my sword out and kick it back as it falls lifeless onto the ground, and then I will go through the door to help Lucina.
All right. So yeah, again, you come into the space. You see, as described previously, there's a couple of them milling about. One of them's like eating some human remains, and another one is licking the blood off the floor. There's a third one that's like kind of between you guys and the bar that has taken notice of you now because it has been baned by Lucina's god, and then there's two that are back behind the bar trying to get to the people who have sequestered themselves away in the kitchen. And they continue trying their best to keep the demons out of the back room.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna inspire Lucina.
Sounds good.
I have 1 inspiration left.
All right. You transform, and the lemure who had approached you, undaunted by your new form, decides that it's going to continue trying to consume you.
Mistake.
It flails entirely ineffectually because I roll a natural 1 and just like falls on its face at your feet.
Looks up with the sad flesh-eating monster puppy dog eyes, like, please no bully,
Please no bully, want food.
For one food, you look tasty.
Lucina, you have been bardically inspired and you have the horrifying tableau before you. What do you do?
She's dead.
She dies apparently. Fine.
Sorry,
No bully.
and fuck you.
It's all good. It is your turn.
Oh, sweet.
Bardic inspiration.
And you have a bardic inspiration.
Cool. That's a D6 on any roll.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Would I know already that Veer and Siani were going to the barn?
Yeah, Virt at least is his before you in the turn order, and you saw like right at the beginning of the fight, like he ran for the barn. So.
Okay. Then I would let the elf in the kitchen know that one of my companions has already gone to the barn.
Yeah. And so you yell that out, and like the voice from the kitchen is still just like, oh, thank God, but just please make sure that he's okay, you know. But what's she gonna
Clearly
do?
in a
She's trapped in the kitchen.
Yeah. What you probably missed, hun, is I shapeshifted into this like horrifying thing to fight this dude out in front of the barn. Out of character, just so you guys know, creatures can't have advantage on me while I'm in this form, so my plan is to run into the thing where all the 4 big ass monsters are, since they can't take advantage on me, and be the tank.
Ah, excellent.
All right. Well, I am going to smack the ugly thing, trying to get in the door since the elf has taken on the one in the window with a pan.
Sure. Vault over the bar. You've got your quarterstaff out, and you're gonna give it a good bapping.
You gotta
which
fuck it up.
I'm
Like,
gonna
you
fuck up the
definitely-
day. Holy shit.
you definitely hit the motherfucker.
I
mean,
you definitely bumped
Can
him.
I use the
You can add a
inspiration
B6
die
to
on that?
Yeah,
Sure, why
probably
not?
a good idea.
You bonk him.
You booped his
Yeah,
snoot.
straight
Oh.
to hell with you.
bonk slightly harder. I mean, like,
Frick you, monster.
you gave him a good. You gave him a good bonking, but you don't one-hit combo him like Bo Sing Squaw did. Unfortunately.
Okay, well, that's all I can do right now.
All right. Well, I mean, you successfully acquired his attention by running up and hitting him in the back of the head with a quarterstaff. So he's going to turn around and answer in kind. Roll 20, please. Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
All right, so yeah, he flails at you ineffectually. Probably like knocks a few like bottles of liquor off of the counter as he like swings around. So you both saying you hear the smashing of glass, the all too familiar sound of alcohol abuse coming from inside the bar.
Oh,
PTSD activated. Please no. Just one bottle. Just one more bottle. That's all I need.
Well,
That's
it's your turn, so maybe you can get in there and do something about this.
I've got a question, right? So,
Yeah.
see how the one that's licking up the blood and the one that was obviously eating the foot or whatever?
Yeah.
Can I use my inspiration to like do an AoE attack with both of them with my quarterstaff?
I
Or-
mean, it's not generally like allowed in the rules. Like, I don't know. How does
no,
everybody else? How does everybody
mean,
else feel about it?
Normally, if you wanted to do that, you could do it, but it would be one attack on one guy, your bonus attack on the other guy.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, you could do that then.
Yeah, so like I'd rock up to the one fucking licking blood up, and I'd just attack it with a quarterstaff then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can make it sound like cool as shit, like you do a spitting attack.
Yeah,
and
no,
then-
like, yeah. So like I'd jump in between them, and I'll use my inspiration to get advantage on the quarterstaff roll.
Yeah. It hits.
And then
Alright.
like spin around and fucking slam a
And then
fist into the other one's face.
hit
Just
the
to-
other one. Yeah. That hits.
I mean, you're a small thing and it's a giant lump of meat. I'd be worried if it didn't.
So yeah, you basically like you leap into the fray and like get in between these two that are like clearly cleaning up a corpse that they have that they acquired after killing it, and you drop both of them to half health with like a resounding
Yeah.
like flurry of blows. And then Siani, we cut back over to you standing outside the barn. Your
Like,
your
what
companion
the
has
fuck?
just hulked up into this terrifying creature. But meanwhile, there are horses like making panicked horse noises coming from inside the barn.
Amazing.
well, after the day she's had, honestly, Verd turning into what he's turned into probably isn't actually the strangest thing she's seen.
No, perhaps not.
That's
So
actually
she's just gonna give a moment's pause, blink, and go, "Whoa."
Well,
shrug like fuck. I guess that's normal. Right?
that
Then,
was unexpected.
And
Oh,
recall that he
no.
asked her to handle
Anyway.
the horses, so she's going to run into the barn and try and get their attention, at least to...
Okay.
They wouldn't trust her right off, but if she could get them to look in her direction, they might also spot the open door.
Yeah. If you want to give
And-
me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I had a question.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of banging and screaming and crackling fire and whatnot, but would she have heard the woman yelling about her husband with she has elven ears?
Yeah. I mean, I think
Pizza.
given.
What are your elven ears here?
Yeah, why not? Right? Like we'll fictionally establish that like elves have good hearing in that way. Like you're probably aware of what's going on.
I just didn't know she would be able to hear that over all the other chaos going on, so I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I mean I'm fine with it. Give me it's animal handling, I think is the check that I'm thinking of, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yark.
Give me an animal handling. Let's see.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Fucking
okay.
nice.
So is this like the Jurassic Park or the Jurassic World where you like walk in and you've like got the clicker thing with the
Lights on
raptors?
flare, and just starts waving it like horses this way. Yeah.
Well, more or less, I'd shout to catch their attention and to get them out of their fucking startled circling and wave my arms at them to get them to bolt in the direction of the door.
Yeah, so you're basically you're able to like get their attention and like then sidestep out of the way as they both like wheel on the open door and then charge out into the open ground outside, leaving you as the sole occupant of the barn.
Okay.
Well, the sole occupant of the barn that you can see at the moment.
I was gonna say because her
Well-
husband's supposed to be in there.
So I do have a bonus action.
Yes.
So I'd shout to ask if anyone is in there and if they could hear me, while covering my mouth with my sleeve to help with some of the
Sure.
smoke inhalation.
So yeah, you call out and go ahead and make me a perception check if you would.
Oofed.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately given the crackling of flame, like while the audience hears the faint groan of the husband who is currently laying on the ground in one of the stalls for the horses, having been kicked in the head, you unfortunately in character do not, so you'll have to spend your next turn like trying to find him.
Okay.
And then we cut back to inside. The two lemures that you attacked with your sweeping quarterstaff attack are going to answer in kind, Bosingba.
Okay.
What is your
Armor class is 15.
It's 15? Okay. So the first one will hit you for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
The next one closes in on you and will miss.
Okay.
Then this one continues trying to like squirm its way through the window back to the kitchen area and gets soundly bonked in the face with a frying pan. And then the final one that was kind of standing roundabouts where you all came in and has kind of gone ignored for the most part is going to move up to Ray and attempt to attack you once again. And a 13 is right on for your armor class, so please take 3 points of damage.
Oofed.
And we come back to the top of the initiative with Vert.
All
Pulp
right.
that.
So I still got one in front of me, right?
Yep, you've still
Yep.
got the last one that remains outside.
How far is it from the barn to the area where everybody else is fighting?
I believe that if you double moved, you would be able to get in there
Hmm.
without trouble.
Okay.
Barring the fact that you have a little beastie right in front of you who might try to take an attack of opportunity if you run past him without doing anything.
Well, I am now large and he is tiny. Can I just fucking grab him and just go? Like
Yeet!
just fucking no. I mean like I'm just gonna pick him up
Pick
in
him
one
up.
hand,
Oh, you
like
You're
Godzilla.
coming
Yeah,
with
like
me,
King
child.
Kong.
You just want to grapple him and move.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can make a I believe it is a strength or athletics check to grapple. Opposed by his athletics or acrobatics,
Oh.
which yeah, no, like you just reach down with your big like fucking weird demon animal form hands and just like grab him up off the ground like a football
Yeah.
and are able to carry him with you as you go.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wrap my fingers around him, which are more like tree roots right now, just like grapple around him, and I'm just holding him, and I want to walk up to where they're fighting, and I want to get in between all three of them so that and so that I've got two on either side of me, one in front of me, and the one in my hands, so
Sure.
that way I'm the big thing that they gotta, they'll be they'll be flanking me, but everybody else will get an opportunity to flank basically every other thing in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I imagine, like, for the sake of the fiction, and because it's all, like, theater of the mind at this point, and I'm not super concerned about maps, like, you pick this guy up, and then you just, like, take off running in these big, like, bounding steps, just, like, chewing up the ground between, like, where you were and where you're headed, and
Yeah.
the inn's already on
So-
fire, so who fucking cares? You just leap through a window, like, into the tavern room with this lemure in your arms, and everybody you get to see is this big, like, antlered creature just busts into
I
the
was
room.
gonna ask, like, how the fuck is he gonna get through the door? But he went through the window, so
But that's
it's fine.
fine. Like he just took the fucking wall out at this point.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Who cares? Town's on fire. We're not saving the building.
Just
You
like
just hear
burst.
shrieks of horror from the fucking kitchen as they see this monstrosity fucking jump through a window. They're like, "Oh god, please!"
Oh god, it's
yeah."
another one! And then like more frying pan sounds.
I just got this mental image in my head of carrying this fucking thing like a meat sack and spiking it
Right.
in the middle of
Just,
all the
just
others.
spike it in the floor in the middle of
Touchdown!
the fucking like,
Motherfucker!
oh,
No
It's the
spiking yet.
coal
But next
train,
turn,
baby.
next turn we will be hitting a motherfucker with another
with another
motherfucker.
motherfucker, of course.
I love it.
Ray, it is your turn.
It is my turn, and I take a moment to go. Well, don't
That's
see
not
that every day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and help Lucina out with the one that she was trying to beat the shit out of.
Okay,
Actually,
well,
no, that's
one
a
has
lie.
attacked you. One has attacked you, and if you leave it, if you try to run away from it without doing anything about it, it will get an attack of opportunity.
My mistake. Sorry. I will deal with the one that is attacking me. I definitely hit.
You definitely hit him.
I definitely hit him hard.
You definitely did some damage.
Like, fuck, I'm glad you don't get that big, am I? Just saying.
What?
I'm glad you don't get like Chopper fucking on the steroids big. Jesus.
I mean he's probably 7 foot tall.
Nah, I mean maybe.
And then
I was
you're
bigger than that,
out
though.
of bardic inspiration, I believe.
I still have one more I can use, but I don't want to use it yet because we have a
Alright.
long rest and we might need it later.
Well, hold on
Um,
to it then.
What I will do though is my I can't use healing word as a bonus action, can I?
You can. Healing word is explicitly the bonus action healing spell.
Oh, okay. My mistake. I'm going to use healing word on myself.
I think you're out of spell slots.
I am out of spell slots. You're right. I can't do that. Fuck.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Never mind
I'm
then.
going to do this. Wait, hold up.
Level
Fuck.
1. Level 1.
I'm gonna. Can I
End my turn.
kick the meat flesh thing back a bit so I have some space?
Kick it
sure.
towards the
Give me
the hulking reindeer.
an athletics check.
There we go.
Let's see. Does he resist your attempts to shove? No, he does not. So yeah, you stab him with the rapier, and then I assume this is one of those where you like you put your foot on him to like help you pull the blade out, and you
Yep.
like make a bit of a gap as you kind of like teeter him backwards whilst pulling your blade free to make yourself a little bit of room.
Like,
Bingo.
fuck off, meat sack.
And that's me.
The lemure that is held in your great bestial hands, he's just gonna try to bite you. Does a 19 hit your armor class, Amaya? Actually,
yeah,
no.
it does.
Does grappling give you disadvantage?
It doesn't matter. He can't have advantage.
No,
No,
would it get him disadvantage?
if it gives him disadvantage.
Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Grappled
Grappled
condition 5e.
condition.
Imagine it like if you were going to get disadvantage for something, it would probably be if you were in a grapple.
No, it just his speed becomes 0.
Right.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Okay, yeah, because he's not entangled. He's just grappled. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if he has disadvantage, then he misses, but he does not. So you'll take 3 points of damage as he just like bites your arm.
Nom
There,
nom nom
there
nom.
goes my temp HP.
Oh
Your
no,
whole
not
one.
your temporary
Oh
hit points.
no!
The horror, whatever will I do? Ah.
Lucina, it is your turn again.
I just want to throw out there that, um,
Huh?
I just want to throw out there that, can you put 2 of these guys in a triangle with me?
Sure.
Because I want people to be able to get advantage on these things.
So
Yeah.
would it be the 2 that I was fighting, and then there'll be like one over by
So
the
yeah,
door
it's like these
beside
two
me.
over here with Baw, and then you're like kind of here with this guy that you're holding,
Mm-hmm.
and then this guy's up by the door, and these two are up by the pass-through window. This is the one that Ray is fighting, and then Ray's kind of here, and then Lucina's over here. Is kind of how I have it imagined in my head.
Okay, that's fine.
So if Ray were to like shift here, he would be able to flank that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, it is Lucina's turn.
Alright, we're gonna bonk him again.
Bonk on the head. That definitely hits.
El
Nice.
Kabong.
And I still have my DM inspiration, so I would like to add that to my damage if possible.
DM inspiration is advantage or
Poop.
cool
Okay.
effects.
Yeah, that's
Never
only the
mind.
bardic inspiration that gives you the extra die.
Oh well, at least I rolled a 5.
He's very, very injured, but not quite out. And he will answer the attack in kind with one of his own.
Can I use my bonus action
sure.
to ask Virt if he found anybody in the barn?
No.
Is Siani still there?
I'm in the barn.
Siani is helping in the barn.
A shiver runs down my spine, like, oh my god, that thing's giving me the fucking heebie-jeebies.
Ugh,
That's not the shiver down your
terrifying.
spine, that's just the ice that's still there.
I love that Lucina just doesn't ask questions about it. She's just like the accepting mom, just like, it's not a phase. This is who you are now.
Whatever
Like,
form you're in,
whatever makes you happy, son. Like, I'm
For
here
the
to
greater
like,
good.
support you.
whatever
Greater
form you're
good.
in, Kellamvor will judge you equally.
Mhm.
Alright, that is it for me then.
Okay. Yeah, and then so like you ask that question while you're bonking this lemure, it turns like it's still like trying to get at you because you've become its new focus, and it like windmills at you ineffectually and is unable to strike you. Because I can't roll for shit unless I'm attacking Cass apparently.
Or me, to be honest. But...
And then we're back to Baw with your two
So, like, basically the same kind of fucking idea for the maneuver. I'm gonna quarterstaff one of them in the fucking face.
Yep.
That
Gonna
hits,
hit.
but...
Alright.
And then, as I spin round, I'll fucking, like, quickly give the other one a couple of blows in the, like, gut in the face.
Ju-
as a,
ju-
oh, no, like-
Jesus.
Just uppercut him in the junk.
yeah, like, right, straight up fucking nut shot to fucking,
Uh-huh.
like, send them crying.
Straight up Johnny Cage, the Goro.
Oh my god. You know what the worst part is? You left that other one with a 1 hit point. Like you slay one of them with your quarterstaff, and you turn and you punch the other one, and like you see it just like terribly
Tears.
dizzy and teetering, like barely still on its feet, but it just manages to hold on.
And when it screeches, its pitch seems a little higher than it was before. Like,
Ah! Yeah, for sure. Alright, Siani, we're back to you.
So I will be searching the stalls that were previously holding horses.
Sure. Can I get actually, you know what? I don't think this is a matter of a perception check. This is just like it is time, which will take basically both your move and your action to go from like stall to stall and figure out where he's at. Can I also get you to make me a Constitution saving throw?
Okay.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Okay. Did I set it up? Let me look at your character sheet to make sure if I did or not. If Roll20 will cooperate. There it is. Yeah. So you're going to take 1 level of exhaustion just from like time spent in a smoke inhalated, or like a smoke filled space, just inhaling all of this, like, like even covering your
Pumping
mouth,
check,
like
Yeah.
you're
yeah.
still, yeah. So, but you are able to, by the end of your turn, coughing and somewhat covered in soot, able to find this man. He's got like dark hair and he's wearing like like farmhands clothes, and he's got a huge like welt, like bloody like welt forming on his forehead where he was clearly kicked by a panicking horse, and he's just laying on the ground in kind of like the mud and horse plop on the floor. But you know where he is. Next turn, you'll definitely be able to extract him safely.
Okay.
And then we cut back inside. The Lemure, with but 1 hit point left, attempts to fight the halfling.
Watch it fucking crit me, cunt.
And clearly the amount of damage it has taken has left it staggered and reeling because I rolled a 1 and it can't fucking do shit.
Nice. It tries to hit me, but it's still like clutching its fucking
It's a
crotch.
shame
like,
it didn't
God
hurt
damn,
itself in its
please.
confusion.
Right. The one that's been trying to scramble through the window desperately this entire time finally gets the hint that it's not getting through that way, not with the frying pan constantly coming for it. So it drops back to the floor and it turns to the next obvious target, which is the cleric. Okay, I know a 21 hits your armor class.
Hey, first hit of the game.
Hooray!
You will take 3 points of damage, and then I'll need you to make a concentration check for the Bane.
Is that a con save or a con check?
Con save.
Yeah.
Gucci gang.
You are fine. You do not lose focus on your spell. The one that is attacking Ray continues to do so despite its better judgment. A 6 is not going to be sufficient, however.
Hooray.
And then we are back to Vert at the top of the initiative with your fleshy football under your arm.
Can I grab this motherfucker too?
Fuck 'em up. Fuck 'em up. Fuck 'em up.
I
With
think
my
you're
other hand?
kind of have your hands full with the one that you've got.
Alright. Then I will move here, so if you could move this guy.
Sure. So he's kind of like here with you or whatever, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Like somewhere.
And I'm gonna smash this guy with this guy.
Okay.
I love it.
Go ahead.
I don't know what to roll.
You roll hit a motherfucker with an armor.
Let's see here. You're not proficient in improvised weapons.
I
don't
simple weapons.
believe. Well,
Hitting a
improvised weapons
motherfucker
are
with an
different
armor
than
fucker
simple.
doesn't seem like a simple weapon. Pretty sure picking up a motherfucker is an improvised weapon.
Yeah, he is actively resisting you attempting to hit someone with someone else. So, go ahead. I guess it would just be a strength check because,
Okay.
like, you don't have a proficiency bonus for it in this case. and we'll use that to determine whether or not you hit.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you know what's really sad is these guys have an armor class.
Wait! I've got advantage because I'm flanking now.
Oh, sure, yeah, okay.
Yeah!
I was gonna say, what's really unfortunate, these guys have an armor class of 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You've got the flank stake.
That was
So-
the whole point, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
I'm about to
boy.
fuck this motherfucker up with another motherfucker.
Let's see here. How much damage do I think a small body does?
Being literally sledgehammered by another small body or into another
It's
small
like
body.
it's bigger than a club.
Being spiked.
Let's say a D8. Like roll a D8. Well, like that plus your strength bonus if you have any.
I don't.
Okay. So you bludgeon both of them for 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
Fucking, that was a thing of beauty, I must say.
So yeah, they're both like incredibly wounded at this point, but neither of them are as of yet completely killed. But still,
That's okay. Do it, Ray.
Ray,
Fuck 'em up. Fuck 'em up.
Sorry.
you have advantage on your attack roll.
Hooray!
You just watched a giant demon deer smash a motherfucker with another motherfucker. That
Well,
should
the
give
only-
you
the
bardic
only correct
inspiration.
answer to that is motherfucker.
It certainly shows the reach of the word.
Boink. And ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's dead.
you finish him off with one defiant stab.
Stab. Right. So let me have a quick look here. So that cunt's dead. That one's still in your arm. I'm going to move to help Lucina.
All right. So you leap over the bar to get back there where those two demons are continuing to attempt to maim and kill the cleric. The creature that is trapped in your arms, who just was used as a bludgeon, does not like this and continues trying to bite you, Vert. A 5, however, is not sufficient to hit your armor class, so it can't even successfully gum your hand.
Because you quickly smashed its jaw in that last attack.
Oh,
when you hit that
right.
motherfucker.
Lucina.
I guess we're gonna smack Big Ugly with a quarterstaff again.
Get him.
Get him!
Got him!
Got
Hey,
him.
it hits.
Hey!
So yes, the one that you've been beating on for several rounds now, like you finally you finally beat it into submission. So like in my head I'm imagining like this, you know, the cute gothy tiefling that we have that's just been like bam, 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 just like repeatedly like
Guys,
like a
I
scene
did that.
from
I did
a
that.
scene
Got
from Shaun of the Dead, right? Where they're just like wailing on this zombie with a stick.
Like, one of them's got a fucking golf club, the other one's got like a cricket bat, and the two of them are just sitting there like fucking. Yeah, that's amazing. I love
Oh, and you finally like kill the motherfucker. Do you have anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Nothing really I can do.
Okay, fair enough. Boasing Ba, there is but one target left in your vicinity.
it. Yeah, so I guess it just like fuck this guy up with like an unarmed strike, I guess.
Hit him up. You hit.
I mean, he's
No
dead,
matter, no
like,
matter what you roll, he's
Yeah.
dead.
And then
Good.
like I guess I move over here to get flank on this one,
You gotta jump over
and then
on.
yeah, jump up. I jump up on the bar, and do I have advantage on the bonus action for the unarmed strike?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So on top of the bar, like fucking drop kick this motherfucker.
Ah! Yeah, you hit. 7 points, not bad. You've really like put the hurt on him. Siani, back in the barn, you have located the woman's husband. And I believe it's a simple matter, I think, actually, for you to just like grab him and drag him out, right? Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
make you. I don't think I'm gonna make you make an athletics check for this because it's like you've located him. Like, I don't think you have a particularly low strength score. Oh, actually, you kind of do.
Oh,
So can I actually get you to make me an athletics check just to see if you can get him out this turn?
okay. She's also going to make a silent prayer to her god to not let her path end here or this man's.
Right.
The gods have spoken.
Yeah, the gods have spoken. You silently whisper your prayer and you grab the man like under the shoulders and you pull and like with a 9 strength, like it's a bit difficult for you, but like you are able to like drag him from the barn, like hacking and coughing because of smoke inhalation. But like both of you are safe now by the end of your turn, like as the barn continues to crackle and burn. But hey, you saved a man's life.
Hey.
And then we've got the Lemure who he's gonna attack Bosing Ba back because they're very like base instinct. He's got disadvantage, I think, because he's attacking up at someone standing on top of a bar, which means that he misses. And we are back to Vert and his fleshy football.
All right. My priority was never killing these things. So seeing that the situation's mostly under control, can I chuck this motherfucker at this motherfucker?
Get a nice tight
Sure.
spiral on him.
Dexterity check?
Oh, nope, that's wrong. Hold on, that's not dexterity. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Roll me a d8.
Yeah!
Holy shit! So yeah, you just like you tight spiral, just like wham, and like they
Tight
smash
spiral.
into each other, and like the two bodies like smash limply against the rack of drinks, which like shatters yet more bottles of drink right there in front of you, Bosing Ba. Like the smell of beer and whiskey
No.
pouring onto the floor. But in the end, like you've killed them all, right? Like the building is still on fire.
And you just hear him go, nice.
Kashiba Shaba. No.
And I'm actually gonna like, I can't dash, but I'm gonna move as far as I can to go help Siani, because that's really the important thing here is saving
Right.
the horses, you know?
And so yeah, you throw the football, you kill the remaining two lemures, and then you just turn and like slowly
off,
walk
lovely
back
horizon.
out the hole that you like put in the wall. And like as you step outside, you can see that the two horses are safe. Like they're still a little panicky, like running around outside of the barn,
Yeah.
but they're not stuck in a burning building. And you
Mhm.
see Siani has like drug a man out of the barn and is probably kind of like down like on all
Like,
fours or
exhausted,
whatever,
yeah.
like hacking and coughing, but like
Okay. I'm gonna
also
go.
not trapped in the barn.
Yeah, the attempt is to try and carry them both into the building.
Sure. So
Eventually.
you make your way over there.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, we go out of initiative because there are no enemies left. And you've removed the one person who might have continued to frighten the woman in the kitchen has removed themselves from the room. So,
Is it gone? Like, it won't come back, will it? Fuck.
yeah, and so like
rang
you hear
Adams.
you hear this voice like again from the back, and it's just like, "Are they dead? Is the situation taken care of?"
I think I
Yes,
have.
ma'am.
Oh, on you go. On you go.
Yes, ma'am. Is there anybody else upstairs?
And she kind of like looks over and she's like, Hasturine, was there anyone else? And like you could see through the window, like they don't speak, they just shake their head no. And she's like, I believe everyone except those few that died in the initial attack fled when the demons arrived.
Demons.
Can I frantically
Demons.
search the bar for like drink, see if there's anything left to
Yes,
survive
you
the battle?
you can definitely find like a few bottles of liquor behind the bar.
Time, time ought to be praised. Something survived the attack. Yeah.
Hooray!
I'm gonna start ushering people out of, the burning building before it collapses on all of us.
Oh yeah, no, like as soon as you assure her that everything's fine, like, you hear the click of the lock, right? And she opens the door and like steps out and like her and Hasturine both are like quick to get out of the building before it burns down. And so we kind of reconvene with everybody like outside. Are you still in your weird like shifter form when they come outside, or
Yes.
so
Don't
yeah,
mind- don't
then
mind
there's
Carrie.
Carrying the druid and the dude.
yeah,
Oh
so
my
there's
god, she's killed my husband! Ah!
yeah, there's definitely like a moment where like they both emerge and they see you, and you've got like the druid under one arm and her husband like over one shoulder like a sack of potatoes probably, like walking towards the wagon. And like she does like what else is someone gonna do in this situation?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
She obviously like shrieks in fear because she's just like, oh my god, there's another one and he's got my husband.
It's Sayane protesting the entire time in an extremely hoarse voice, covered in fucking ash, that she's really okay and doesn't need to be carried.
I will assure the inn owner that he means no harm and that he is a companion of mine.
Yeah, and she just kind of like turns her head slowly, like eyes wide and like covering her mouth with both hands, and just like stares at you. And she's just like, you truck with demons? No, of course you
They
do.
will
You're a
just lift
trifling.
a hand and wave, all tucked under fucking Baird's arm or whatever.
I look at like the three bottles I found and I offer one to her, going, you might want to like this might help you to deal with the situation you're in right now. But I know it's
Right,
been
like
keeping me going all fucking night. God.
you'll hold up a bottle of liquor to her, and she kind of looks
Yeah,
down
like-
at it, and then like from the other side, this androgynous elf that she was trapped in the kitchen with like walks up and puts a hand on her shoulder, and she looks over, and like she just kind of like does a sort of like head tilt nod towards the bottle and then smiles as though like she's saying, yeah, you probably need a drink. And the woman's just like, fuck it, and like grabs the bottle by the neck and pulls the stopper out and just like starts tipping it back, just like
yeah.
pouring whiskey into her mouth.
So I walk up to the elf and I'm like, you must be Hasterald.
Yeah, and they nod.
God,
And I'm sorry.
this poor dude took a nasty knock to the head and might need some attention to that.
Oh yeah, you've got
Sister, healing.
Sister,
He needs healing.
start the prayer.
the gentleman who's been kicked in the head. Yeah, but yeah, you approach the elf and you speak to them, and they nod and don't really say much else, like really say anything unless you have anything further you want to ask them. They seem to be of a very few words kind of sort.
Good talk.
Good.
Sorry, what?
I would say, like, when you walked up to them and you're like, oh, you must be Hasturine, like they just nodded, but they didn't say anything else.
Okay, right. I'll just confirm. I hear you're they're the healer of around here. They're good with herbs and such.
Yeah, and she like they nod again, and then kind of like make a like a shrugging motion, and then kind of like indicate you as though they're asking like, do you need healing? And I think at this point you'll notice, like, looking at them, they actually have like a really kind of like a nasty looking scar, like on their throat. So they're actually probably not even capable of speaking.
I nod and say, yes, I may use some, but I believe my companion over there, and even more
I was about to
so,
say, as
even more
I
so,
walk away, raise my hand like I need healing, please.
even more so, the husband over there, he don't know how bad his concussion is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stabilize him. I rolled a medicine check.
Okay.
Yeah, you are able to like stabilize him and get him comfortable. Like, he doesn't return to consciousness,
But he's
but
out of danger,
he's
basically.
in no risk of dying or suffocating on all of the smoke that he inhaled. Like, you've got him
Stable.
like clear, basically. Hasturine, for their part, like, considers for a moment and nods, and then like holds up one finger, and then like walks away, like off towards the edge of the, like, there's a small like garden that's like off to one side that's like taken a bit of scorching and a bit of damage in all of this, but like they head over that way, and when they return, they've got like a satchel with them that they've pulled down from out of a tree. And they kind of make like they like hold up one hand with one finger extended and kind of like circle it in the air, and it's kind of like, everybody who wants some help, come gather over here with me and I will take care of you. Seems to be their intent.
Alright, I'll go over, because I need healing, like, pretty badly.
I will go over as well, moving the husband with me so that they can take a look at him too.
Yeah. Let me check and see exactly what the healer feat does again. Okay, I can restore 1d6 plus an amount of hit points. 1d6 plus 4. Okay. So she'll start with you, Baw.
Am I still being carried?
Yes.
Yeah. Unless you don't want to be.
Well, she'd be protesting it the entire way, but she wouldn't really have. She'd be exhausted, so she wouldn't be really fighting too hard on it.
I mean, I'll have to put you down at some point because
Probably put her down in the fucking cart.
Okay. Boasting Baw, you get 5 hit points back.
for about a minute.
I'm assuming you're gonna get some healing there, Ray.
Yarp.
I'll go back to the pool then.
I think the only thing Sayani needs right now is
Uh,
water.
you get 8 hit points back.
Well, I am back.
I've not got any water, but can I interest you in some liquor in this trying
Yeah.
time?
Oh my
I'll
god.
take it.
I hand you a bottle. And I gleefully open
I mean, let's
the
be
last
honest
bottle
here,
for
right?
myself.
Let's be honest. Siani's the one that really needs to drink right now.
Mhm.
Lucina, you'll get 9, and then she kneels down and looks at the husband and, like, like does that thing where she, like, opens his eyelids and like stares in and like pulls something out of their bag and like waves it under their nose, and then like applies a bit of ointment and tries a few different things, and ultimately Hasturine just kind of looks up at you, Lucina, and just, they shake their head, like in a there's not a lot I can do kind of way. Like, they're not dead.
Would it be
Like,
more of a fucking nod of respect to Lucina? Like, you've done like all that could be done for him.
yeah,
Like, there's
basically
nothing more I could do.
like an indication of like what he needs is time more than anything. But he's not gonna die. Like, you get that from her.
Okay. Now that the husband is taken care of, I am going over to the burning inn and going to perform death rites since I know people died inside.
Yo, whose leg was that, by the way?
I don't know, man.
Are you asking that in character?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, it was just some patron. Like,
Okay.
one of the bar patrons was very unfortunately like murdered by the devils when they first arrived, and
I don't know whose
Lemire
leg it was, but I'm pretty sure when I fucking slapped it in the face, it went flying halfway across the room. Just then.
Lemures basically just want to consume like life essence so that they can grow more powerful, right? So presented with like a body, they're just gonna like go for it. Uh and I wanted to have a wee bit of horror given that it's, October and it's spoopy month.
Spoopy.
But
3
yeah,
spoopy, 5 me.
so you perform your last rites from a distance as the inn continues to burn. You gonna run back in there and look for more food or drink, Ba, or are you just gonna let it all go?
I mean, like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. Like, do I need
Nope,
to make a
I'm
check
going to
for us?
stop him. I'm not performing death rites
Can
for
I
you
make
today.
can I make an acrobatics check to try and stop, like, dodge her stopping me?
Yeah, okay. Here's what we'll do. Lucina, make an athletics check to see if you can grab a hold of the halfling. Shanks, make an acrobatics check to see if you can stop from being grabbed, and whoever has the higher check gets what they want.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh.
Mom said
What?
no.
Mom? But
No.
Mom?
So once again,
Every
you
time I
get
try to do
off.
something, she keeps fucking catching me
You
like
know what's funny
red-handed. Like,
is
no.
that if Amaya wasn't in his hulking form, he could have used this opportunity to go in behind her while she gives you a
I
lecture.
know. Just sit there like fucking.
Ugh.
No, the monster form is probably dropped by now because I can only hold it for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so whilst you are performing rites and also preventing Bosing Ba from going in to get more
Just fucking
liquor,
holding my leg out like fuck off, halfling.
um, Hastarine and Vasha like take the time to like pass the bottle back and forth and kind of get their senses, and Hastarine silently assures the wife that her husband is not going to die, and she's kind of able to calm herself down. And ultimately she's just kind of like, well, thank you all for rescuing us. We honestly didn't think anyone was going to come save us when we wound up having to lock ourselves in the kitchen.
I walk up there and just have a small smile on my face and just pat her on the back like, you know what? It could be a lot worse. And you know what? You have your alcohol. So I say, drink, be merry, head to town with the rest of them. You'll be happy to be alive. Your husband will wake up soon.
Yeah, and she kind of like tilts her head to the side and she's like, head to town, are there other survivors?
We
Oh
need,
yeah, we should have probably mentioned that. Fuck yeah, they're all at the town centre.
Oh, yeah, and she's like, oh, thank God, maybe we'll be able to get out of here alive yet. And like, it's one of those where it's like you've told her that there's hope, and like it suddenly like changes her entire demeanor, right? Like there are other people alive, and those people are clearly going to need a leader if they're going to get out of here. And so she's like standing up and dusting herself off, and she's like, yes, I need to get to the town square. I need to make sure that everything's going. And she's like, Hastarine, come, we need to. And like she's like trying to like haul the elf up by her arm, right? Like she's really falling into leader mode, just like all of the villagers you talked to earlier warned you she would. Um, and for her part, like, Hastarine nods and then like holds up one finger, like, wait a moment, and then turns to the rest of you and like offers like their satchel towards you in case you need it.
Mm.
Nice, she's got that bomb ass weed. Okay.
She got the dankest weed.
She got that sticky icky.
No,
Oh
no,
yeah.
no seeds or stems in this shit.
Right. And so if you take it, like you can like the bag contains a healer's kit, and also another healing potion.
I mean, Ray would probably benefit from the other healing potion.
Yeah, probably
the
gonna
only
be
one
a
that
I've
uses
huge
still,
one
I've
if I
still
need.
got one. That
I
I've
don't
not
have any
used.
spells left for the day, so I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
take it.
I don't have a
Yeah.
potion or spells either.
Oh, you
What's
don't
that,
have
Hum?
you don't have potion or spells?
No.
Uh,
I used 2 spells. I used Cure Wounds on the first fight and Ice Knife on the Kapplers.
shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck.
You take the
I
potion
am-
then. You take the potion.
I am also out of spells right now, but my AC is pretty high, so I'm not too
Yeah.
worried about me. I'm more worried about everybody else.
That's a good point, actually. My fucking armor class is pretty high as well. I think I've actually got the highest armor class of everyone.
I actually think it is Lucina, because Lucina's got a 17.
Oh, right, well, yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, like, and then I think Boasting Ball is the second highest.
Mine's the lowest, I think.
I don't
But
know.
yeah,
15.
Oh, me and you're the same.
So
I've
what?
got
Sorry,
15
what was
as
it? It
well.
was a potion and what else?
and a healer's kit.
What does a healer's kit do?
It's used to
Um,
stabilize creatures, I think.
It can be used to stabilize people that are dying. If you have the healer feat like Hasturine does, you can actually use it to heal people
Ah,
for
so basically
hit
what
points.
Shibi's done for all of
Yeah.
us, basically. Ah.
But
I
like
mean-
even still, like anybody with the medicine skill can still use the healer's kit if somebody is like bleeding out
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
keep them from dying. You just can't use it to restore hit points without the feat.
Does someone want to
I
take
guess
that?
like I'll accept that and
Yeah.
put it into the fucking bag, the shared
Yeah.
bag.
Okay,
And then-
I'll edit the party loot.
Right. Cheers.
Yeah, and then once you take it from them, they like kind of like bow to you and then like smile and then like turn to trot after Vasha and like taps them on the shoulder and they have like a brief like exchange in like sign language and then Vasha like lets out a heavy sigh and then turns around and comes walking back over to you and then just like Ray, it seems like you're the leader, you do a lot of the talking, and like Lucina's probably still busy praying at the moment. So Vasha takes off like they're wearing like a sling bag that appears to be like a waterproof like travel bag, and she pulls it off of her shoulder and she just holds it out to you, and she's just like, I guess I should offer you this for your trouble.
What's in it? Is it
Thank you, Mr. Adams.
is there anything in particular, or is it literally just a sling bag?
Like do you take it from her and open it up? Because like if you just ask her what it is, she's just like, you know,
Keep
some
flipping off on
valuables is what she says.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll take it.
Yeah, and so she takes it from you, or you take it from her, and she has this kind of look on her face where it's like she doesn't necessarily want to part with it, but like she realizes that you've done her like more service than she could ever like reasonably hope to repay, because not only did you save her, but you saved her husband. So she's willing to give it to you, even if under duress.
Shiny rocks go clicky clack. Please. The
And
half brain.
inside you find 2 vials of fine perfume, which are worth 5 gold pieces each.
Okay.
A copper flagon with a grinning visage of a halfling on it, worth
Oh my
1
God.
gold piece.
Yoink.
And then a fine antique-looking box inlaid with ivory, which is itself worth 25 gold pieces, which contains 5 gold pieces, 17 silver pieces, and 37 copper pieces.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to read that out.
That sentence had too many syllables. Apologize.
So that antique
I
box
will-
itself is 25, and inside of it there was.
Here, I will put this in the Discord channel.
Fucking yoinking that flask with a halfling on it.
I am
It's
not
just
doing it.
I think he deserves it. You killed 2 things. That's like infinitely more things than you've killed before.
3. It's like 3 times more things that I killed before.
Well, I mean, 3 times 0 is still 0, so it's infinitely more.
Do you know what? Like, I wasn't even going to count the one I sniped, but since you're going to go that way, like, that's 1 more than I killed last fight.
Right, well,
What'd you kill last
hang
fight?
on. We'll split up the
I killed
gold
the
inside
fucking.
the antique
I killed
box.
the priest and then I killed the one that Avisa was fighting.
So
Oh, did you? Okay.
everyone gets 1 gold
That's right.
piece.
Nailed it right between the eyes
Yep.
with a dart.
So
One
And
gold
then
piece.
and then the woman goes trotting off after Hasterade. But the last thing she says before she leaves is she's like, "Please look after my husband and make sure he gets to the town square safely," because she assumes that you're going to take him with you because you have a cart
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
and
that's
he's unconscious.
Wait a minute.
I
We saw
give her a
the other
small.
way.
See,
I give her a small
see if we're going
wave.
to do this.
and
See if we're going to do it this way. Like, alright, on you go, sorry.
no, I give her a small wave and a thank you and say, "Don't worry."
Well,
He-
why don't we?
Hmm?
Wait a minute. Why don't we just take the horses and give them the cart?
Because you still need to go to the mill, which presumably has like food supplies that you're trying to collect.
See if we're going to do this way. Why not, like, send a couple of people that are fucking good with, like, dark vision and shit off to, like, scout the mill and stay at a safe distance while we
Listen.
take the cart
just-
back and then come back to use?
You could do
Player
that
me.
as well.
Player me does not like the idea of having to protect unconscious man in cart.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to take the cart back, and then, like, if some people go ahead towards the mill, and we'll catch up with you with the cart.
Right.
Yes, you could split the party.
Oh
Right,
God!
so
Don't split the party.
It's 3 silver pieces each.
Woot!
And I'm just taking the remainder of like 1 or whatever it is.
That's fine.
And it's 7 copper each.
Sweet. How much copper did we get from the last one?
Like 9, I think.
9,
Yeah.
and now 7 more.
So 16 copper.
Sweet.
I forgot to add my gold, silver, and copper from the last one.
Right, I'll hang on a sec. I'll get it for you.
Cast treasurer.
I just want to make sure we get all the items in that correctly. That's all.
Someone
Yeah.
always falls into that role.
Yep.
So it was 1 gold piece from the first. 1 gold piece.
From the
6
first
silver
salad.
pieces. And
9 copper.
9 copper each for the first one.
Okay.
And then this one was 1 gold piece. How many silver did I say?
You said 3.
3.
3 yeah, 3 silver and
7 copper.
7 copper pieces, yeah.
Okay, got that
I think.
out.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And the spell's just going to the kitty for the next pub we come across, right?
Yeah.
Rounding it out. Anyway, so yeah, they
Oh,
begin
I
walking.
propose that idea to
So
the
you're
party.
proposing that
split the party.
we split up?
Split the party, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like they went walking off back towards the town square. They've left her husband with you. You also still have that body that's wrapped up in a sheet in the back of the cart, and you know where the mill is located. And like, given everything you've already experienced this evening and your lack of spell slots, it's kind of up to you guys. Like, if you want to push on to head to the mill, or if you want to take some of you take the cart back to town and deal with like your cargo, while some of the others of you head forward and scout the situation.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, as a player, splitting the party always sucks. But as a character, that is really the best option. Is sending.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
back.
I don't.
You can't
As a player, I don't really fancy splitting the party up. But I mean, it's
We
the
can't really have
the
them
more
going back
sensible
on their
thing to
own
do.
on foot for starters, considering what we had on the way here on a fucking carriage.
And we can't exactly take the cart with like a unconscious man to the fucking mill because in case shit goes down there.
Yeah.
Well,
It
what
wouldn't
if
go.
what if we left? So what if we all went back to town except for Viet, because he's got the best view, best night vision out of all of us.
Yeah. And
And-
presumably is proficient
And,
in
yeah,
stealth.
he's pretty good at fucking like tracking animals and shit. So he would
Yep.
probably be good at stealth.
And he'll be able
best
to
at
hold
stealth.
his own for a little bit, and like we can all recuperate, get any supplies we might need before coming back.
perfect. That gives him a chance to make a fantastic plan for me to fuck up.
Oh my god.
So Ray offers this plan to the party.
I second this plan. I think it's a good
Okay.
plan.
So you load into the wagon. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Well, I didn't know if I was still being carried or not.
No, you're not being carried anymore.
Okay.
You're in the back of the fucking
I
wagon with the other guy.
like, down, please.
You're in the wagon with the dead body and the unconscious guy, kind of like exhausted for your ordeal.
Yeah, I'm just sort of sprawled back there, then fucking sipping on the alcohol.
Still got your bottle, like fuck man. Been
Sitting
one
in the
hell of a
back.
day. First a demon, then a fucking portal, and now these motherfucking crazy guys. Jesus.
You're sitting in the back sipping on your lean. All right. So here is the next question. I have nothing else to do. I know it's probably late for some of you. We can keep going, or we can leave off here.
No, let's leave off here.
Okay.
I do have one question for Veer before we take off in the cart.
Mhm.
I just want to make sure he's okay with going on ahead on his own because I could go with him if he doesn't want to go alone.
I mean, anyone's willing to come. Virt's okay. He hasn't taken any damage this entire day, and he's got really good stealth and really good survival, and he's not going to be engaging. So,
Okay.
at least not intentionally. He's going to find the tallest building he can find with a view of the windmill. He's going to scout the area, and he's going to wait for reinforcements.
Okay.
Is that
If
what you're
he's o-
calling it now?
So if we're all getting ready to head back and give them a safe passage,
What,
I will.
hold on. What were you saying, hun?
If he's okay with going alone, then I am gonna go back to town then.
Okay. Sorry, Cass. Go ahead.
There you go.
Oh my god. Nice. I love it. Listen, when I played a bard, I did the same fucking thing, dude. I have an entire fucking one note of nothing but poetry that I would sing as bardic inspirations.
Fucking writing songs and being a proper bardy boy.
Listen, I can sing it as well if you really want me to. Fuck.
Nope. Nope.
Good.
I'll pass, thanks.
Okay,
My
I'm
favorite
making
bit-
a handout. Oh, go ahead.
My favorite bit is we saved their lives and gained some booms, so halflings drinking it down.
Nice.
Hey, that was nice. I shared it. Fuck.
Right now, I'm making a handout for my own uses, which just says XPIO the party. Because you won't get any more XP until you take another rest.
Nice. Well, let me ask this. Since I'm going on ahead and I'm just going to be scouting and waiting, could I take a short rest? Since I'm basically just going to be sitting in a hunting blind?
Yeah, like you could probably find a convenient. Actually, you know what? As I did say earlier, like the way I treat short rests is they are as long as is dramatically appropriate. So like perhaps in that time where Hasterine was like healing people and Lucina was like doing last rites and stuff, you could take a short rest. So anybody who has hit dice that they want to, actually nobody who's going to need to spend hit dice because Hasterine
We
healed
got
everybody
healed
up to
up,
full.
yeah.
Well,
But
yeah, that a short rest just gives me my shifting back.
But yeah, a short rest will give you your shifting back. Does Bard gain Bardic Inspiration back on a short rest, or is it only on a long rest?
No, they gain it on a
Long
short
rest.
rest.
No, it's on my notes. It's on my notes.
Hold on.
I have it here. You can use this feature a number of times with your charisma, but you regain any expended uses when you finish a long rest. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to keep at least one.
I must have just been pampered in my other game. Because I got him on a short rest. Or maybe it was only half of him on a short rest.
I don't know. It would depend on the skill, would it not? Because would some of them not get some stuff back on a short rest? I'm just going for like Baldur's Gate.
Some people do get things back on short rest, like warlocks get a bunch of their stuff back on short
Yeah.
rest. A lot of characters are on the long rest economy though.
Yeah.
Clerics get their channel divinity on a short rest. Paladins get their channel divinity on a short rest.
And spell slots and all that are on long rests. Like
Yeah, wizards get spell recovery on a short rest.
That arcane recovery thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I have noted how much XP I owe you next time you guys take. Actually, you know what? If you're gonna take a short rest, then fuck it. I'll just give you the XP now.
How much XP is it?
It is another 200 experience points.
So we leveled
That
up.
puts us at level 2!
Yep.
380 is the total for those who are looking.
Yep.
But the rest of us don't get our XP until we take a short rest, right?
Well,
Well-
I'm saying that like that brief period of time where you were performing last rites and Hastarine was healing everybody, and you were kind of like sitting around catching your breath after you fought the Lemirs off and watched the inn burn down, can count as your short rest.
Oh, sweet. Thank
the
you.
character mancer is actually comes up and says, "Hey, you leveled up."
Yeah,
How do you
unfortunately,
add experience? I don't.
you just type it in your experience bubble at the top.
Oh
So how
god.
much should we have, like, from the first encounter on the second then?
380.
Oh god. I have to choose a fighting style. What fighting style do I want?
Drunken Fist.
That's
Oh, no, wait,
not
that's me.
it's not an option. I could do two-weapon fighting, but archery, you know. But archery.
Now, unfortunately, the character mancer, I do not have like a player's handbook or like I don't have a lot of the character facing stuff like bought through Roll20, so the character mancer's not going to have every option in it. So like we will have to go in and manually fill in stuff if you've taken like unusual class options.
Well, I
Hmm.
rolled for HP and got 8 HP from that. I'm pretty happy.
Hey,
Must be nice. I only got 3.
You should be able to take the half.
I'm
So it
just
should,
happy that I haven't yet taken any damage.
your min should be 5, hun.
Okay.
Yeah, you can either take a roll or take half the hit die,
yeah,
right? Marcus, is
yeah.
that right?
You can roll or you can take the average.
It says multi-class 1 of 4.
I don't believe you're multi-classing, so. Unfortunately, when you're in that, I can't really look at your character sheet while you're in the character mancer.
I don't like the character mancer. It's actually really awkward and annoying.
Let me ask a stupid question, Marcus. Ritual spells. Do I have to take the ritual caster feat in order to cast those as a ritual?
That is a good question, and I don't remember. I think you do.
Okay. Well, fuck that then.
The discard and exit button is not working on the character mancer.
It is. Good for me, at least.
I wonder why it's breaking. Hang on, let me pull up.
Is your character sheet popped out?
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to unpop out your character sheet.
Alright, mine's isn't popped up. Mine's just in the same window.
Oh, thank God, Hunter's Mark. Oh, Jesus. Come here, Hunter's Mark.
Seems to have been broken. Yeah, I don't know what is wrong with your sheet.
I just reloaded. Cancel, discard, and exit. It will not let me discard. I can find out what's wrong with it. Give me a second. Inspect element. Console. Uncaught error. Unrecognized expression.
Yeah, for some reason you launched the character mancer and it immediately broke.
Says I need to continue with it, so oh well. But I can't because it's actually broke really bad.
Yeah, your character's like super broke.
Hmm.
So, at level 2, I get 2 key points.
Yeah, I have
I
no
got-
idea what's wrong with it, man. That sucks.
See when it says martial arts 1d4, does that just mean I stay the same for my unarmed strikes and shit?
Yeah, your unarmed strike stays the same.
But I get an extra 10 foot of movement for unarmored shit.
Yeah, I believe so.
And how do I work out the health you get for?
Okay, so at every level, when you gain a level, you either can roll 1d8 plus your constitution modifier, or take 5 plus your constitution modifier if you don't want to roll.
Fuck. It works out as 5 anyway, so I'll just take that.
Okay, I am gonna take off now.
Alright,
Yep,
sounds good.
same.
I'll
See
catch
you
you
guys.
guys later.
Okay, have a good
See you
one.
later.
You
Ciao.
too.
Alright, good game, everybody.
Next week?
Yes.
Yeah, I should be available next week.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay.
Catch you guys next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ha.
Was I supposed to add experience or anything here, or were
Okay.
you saving that for next time?
No, so at the top of your character sheet, like you'll have 380 experience points now.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna go ahead, like, rather than launch the character mancer, because apparently when Cass tried to do that, his character sheet broke, and I don't know how
Oh,
to fix
no.
it. We'll go through and we'll level you up manually.
Okay, that sounds good. Don't want to break shit.
Yeah, so you are druid,
Mm-hmm.
and you were, I believe, Circle of Twilight?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, at second level, you will gain, you can either roll 1d8 and add your constitution modifier, or you can simply take 5 and add your constitution modifier in additional hit points.
Okay. I don't know what benefit one would be over the other.
So if you take 5 plus your con, you're going to gain 6, and that's a reliable hard number. If you roll the d8, you have a chance to get more, but you also have the gamble of getting less.
Okay. I think I'll just take the 6.
Okay. So you will go up to 15 maximum hit points,
This is actually
Wh-
really annoying.
which ain't bad. Look, I can just remake your character. It's fine.
Thankfully, I have all the stuff on this video of what I had in my fucking menu.
Yeah. Or I can make you a new character and you can fill it back in, I guess.
Yeah, that's
I
actually.
don't know why it broke. I've never seen the character mancer break like that before. It's really
It's
strange.
because it had an error. I went to go and check something, and it
Yeah.
errored out saying that you do not own that. Oh, there we go.
What?
Hang on, there we go. Cancel. Discard and exit. No. That
Okay. So at second level, you will also gain you gain wild shape. Starting at second level, you can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before. You can use this feature twice. You regain your expended uses when you finish a short or long rest. Your druid level determine which beasts you can transform into, as shown in the beast shapes table. At second level, for example, you can transform into any beast that has a challenge rating of 1/4 or lower that doesn't have a flying or swimming speed. Like, I'll enter all of this onto your character sheet, but suffice to say, I'm going to present you with a list of beasts whenever you want to transform, and I'm going to ask you which one you want.
Okay.
And then, in addition to wild shape, also at second level, you will be gaining your first subclass feature from Circle of Twilight, which is the Harvest Scythe. which says starting at 2nd level, you learn to unravel and harvest the life energy of other creatures. You can augment your spells to drain life force from creatures. You have a pool of energy which is represented by a number of d10s equal to your druid level. When you roll damage for a spell, you can increase the damage dealt by spending dice from this pool. You can spend a number of dice equal to half of your druid level or less. Roll the spent dice and add them to your damage as necrotic damage. If you kill one or more hostile creatures with the spell augmented in this way, you or an ally of your choice that you can see within 30 feet regain 2 hit points per die spent to increase the spell's damage, or 5 hit points per die if at least one of the slain creatures from the attack was an undead.
Okay.
You regain these expended dice when you finish a long rest. So basically, you're going to gain the ability to turn into aminals, and you're going to gain the ability to like pump up your spells to do extra damage, and you'll have like a limited pool.
Awesome.
Which I will put here. And you will have 2, and you're at 2. And so, like, with this thing that I just added here next to your piety score, you can just, like, click that up and down as you use those dice, and then when you rest, you get them back.
Okay.
And
I'm
then
guessing
under...
that's the same for my key. So like
Yeah,
now I've got flurry of blows, patience.
Yeah, you can make a key thing over there. Also, you get a whole bunch of like weird, or well, not weird, but you get a bunch of like uses for your key pool as well.
Aye, so I was just looking at that. So it's like flurry of blows. So after I do an attack, I can spend 1 key and do 2 unarmed strikes.
Or you also get patient defense and step of the wind, which you can spend your key on as well.
I was looking at Step of the Wind, and it's going to be fucking hilarious when you see this fat halfling like jump double its distance. Like,
Right? Just fucking flying through the air. Okay, so I will add wild shape. Have you fixed it yet, Cass, or
No,
did you figure
I've
out?
not been able to fix it. It's fucked.
Okay, well, here's what I'll do. I will create a new character sheet.
right, I'm pretty sure that's mine fine. For all the level up
And
shit I need to
I
do.
will...
If you go into it, you can't cancel it either, can you?
No, I wasn't able to cancel out of it either. You should see another... Yeah, another generic character sheet there that you can like work with.
Here we go.
I don't know. That's really frustrating. I've never seen the Character Mancer break like that. Like something really fucking strange happened.
Definitely. I looked in the logs and that, but I can't see any issues. It says it's fine.
Yeah.
Not even
Are you reading your spells there, Avisa? Because I don't want to move pages if you're in the middle of something.